Beautiful, baby.
All right,
Leave. We're leave.
we're live. Getting set up here. We should be set up shortly. If there is anyone joining us, thanks for joining us. We're going to watch.
Yeah, can I put this link on social media? Is this on our
Yeah, we can. So you guys, if anyone wants to join us, I just don't know if there's going to be a lag or not. So
Got it.
we are watching Halloween 2018 together via Teleparty. Emily Hunter, what's up? And
Emily.
you're welcome to, if you guys have the Teleparty Chrome extension, you're welcome to we'll post the link here in the comments on you. I don't know if we're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So
Sweet.
I can
nice.
post
I can
a comment.
see. This is cool. The Teleparty comments are popping up here.
And Teleparty has comments too, but I'm mainly just going to be looking at the you know, the
YouTube
and Facebook. So I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to put it in the chat.
Jason Watts, thanks for joining us.
So can you guys, you can both see YouTube and Facebook. Can we see?
Guys, I just posted a link in the comments on YouTube and Facebook. If you're welcome to try and join us there at Teleparty, for that to work, you have to be logged in to Amazon Prime and you have to have rented or owned or bought Halloween 2018. And then once you have done that, you can then click on this link I just put in the comments and it'll take you to the exact same video, the place that we're watching. We're all watching the same video. It's sort of nifty that way. So the only thing I'm unsure of, though, is there may be a lag because of the streaming software between what we're watching and what you guys are actually seeing.
Has it started yet? Are we on?
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
we're on.
We are live.
So we've never done this before, and we'll have to test that out. If that's not working, feel free to sync up with us via, if you have the physical media of this movie or just any other streaming platform. So we'll hang on. Yeah, Jason watching the Blu-ray. That's great. So I'll give us a minute for anyone that wants to try out the Teleparty link. If you want. If we don't have anyone that wants to try it out, no big deal. But give you a couple minutes to do that. And then I don't know are we all, the four of us, seeing the screen in Teleparty right now?
Yeah, I can see the Teleparty screen.
If I press play, it all played for you guys, right?
Yep. Oh, it did. It did.
Okay, now it's paused. Yeah, the Earth.
I see nothing.
So it's not working for you?
Nope. I have to press play and Teleparty.
No. If you rented the movie and you're signed into Prime, then if you've exited out of Teleparty, then enter back in again.
Okay, I'll exit back out and I'll enter back in again. And I'll let you know when I enter, so you can tell that I've entered you.
Ooh, well,
enter
all
me.
Right. I'm gonna have to change this so that Rob can't fuck with it.
Entering you now.
What are you talking about?
Because it's starting as we speak.
I think it's too late. It's too late for me to change it.
It is.
Too late to change what?
You
Rob
messed up,
keeps pressing play on the movie. Dude,
no, I'm not. It's just going all by itself. Why is everything my fault?
We got it. I can see in the chat who's starting and stopping the movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
I can do it. See, I put one in there. So are you looking at the YouTube comments? Because I guess I can't see them, right?
Rebecca, thanks. She says we're amazing and I've told everyone at work about the podcast. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
You're too nice.
I don't know. Can you guys in your StreamYard see comments? Is there a comment bar to the right that you can click on?
I
yeah,
can
I
see
can
it
see
in-
that in
I just
StreamYard.
don't know what all is tied up in StreamYard.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
StreamYard here.
Okay,
All right.
guys, we're not playing the movie yet because people aren't ready.
Well, it says it right there that was you.
I just paused it.
Danny pressed play right there.
All right. So we need to wait till Carmelo's with us on there, though.
I thought
So
he was in there.
I'm with you on Teleparty, but it looks like I think I'm the only person in here. I don't see any. Are you guys chatting on Teleparty?
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
chatting. Well, there is a chat box that keeps saying who's
Did you click
paused
the
or
link
played the
that
video.
Danny sent you?
Oh,
or did-
it looks like I'm the only one in there. I clicked the first link that
No,
Rob
click the
sent. Is
second
that-
one.
Yeah,
no,
click-
no,
click
no,
the
no,
next
click the
second one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's what.
Get out
that's
of
what-
here.
Danny had to be the party the party controller.
All right,
Got
I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. and then
Someone press
be
pause
right
and
back,
play.
and then we're gonna get synced up at a certain point for our physical media watches, so that we're all starting at the same spot.
Yes,
So,
we'll sync up just like our menzies have synced. Up.
yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Where is this chat?
Stop pressing play. Who pressed play?
That was Rob.
Danny must have done it before he left.
I could fast forward or rewind. I mean,
Well, Rebecca, we're glad you could finally catch us live one time. You know, we're a lot better in person than we are, recorded. Best served fresh, as they say.
Who's all in here? Who is it?
We've got Emily Hunter, who is a co-host of our spin-off show, the Cult Classic Comic Show. Season 2 is coming this week.
Oh, well, then she's going to be in for a treat to listen to a decent podcast.
Yeah, she's been talking a lot about you, and she asked, if you would come guest on our show one time. She asked how you
Can't
like
do
Rob
it.
Zombie.
Can't read.
She asked if you were single.
If I could read, I would probably do it.
It's comic book movies, so you could just watch the comic book movies. You don't have to,
If I get to pick the movie,
But you get to pick one, and then you guest star that episode. Pick any movie, any superhero movie you want, and you can do it.
why
Any
is that-
All righty.
do I need to scoop this back?
How about
I don't think I
Constantine,
can.
Rob? I know you like that one.
Constantine.
let's do Constantine. I'm ready.
I need to do it again. I need to
All right,
I need
guys.
to rewatch it.
All right,
Let me know if anyone needs us to wait any longer for the teleparty. But whatever, we'll sync up at a spot
Yeah,
here.
I'm just sharing it on our social media. I'll have my full attention in a minute. You can
Nice.
start whenever you like.
Yeah. All right. So
I know-
you got to the right screen, Carmelo?
Yeah, it says in association with Rough House Pictures right now.
Ooh.
Yes, it does. Rough house.
Let's get it to let me go back a little bit here. Let's go like right here. Hold up.
So I don't know if you guys remember, we did do the dispute of the Halloweens. We did the original Halloween, HTO, and 2018. We did a
Did
a
you just
little
go back,
fight
Rob, or are you
over
going
it.
forward?
I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, you were the last two touches on it.
Well, no, we don't know that. That's just a
No,
weird.
I know it. I can see it. in
It's
the
a
chat
record.
right now.
Yeah, there's a record on the side of the screen. Scotty's trying to give us good content to talk about here, and you're
Yeah.
fucking around with
Okay,
us.
guys, listen up. We're paused right on the Blumhouse logo. When
I
it's complete.
paused it right on the Blumhouse.
Right
Okay,
on the
you-
Blumhouse logo,
Yes.
complete on the wall. That's where we're at right now. So we'll give you about 1 minute to get there. Take a moment.
I-
56 seconds. Somebody
I had a
start
question.
counting it down.
How do I find the comments on Watch Party? Where do I click?
It's on the watch. Oh,
Or is that
no watch party.
StreamYard. StreamYard is where they're at.
StreamYard. Scotty
It's like
just
the
left.
far right. Where's Scotty vanished? Where did he go?
He vanished.
And this is what we bring you at Cult Classic Horror. This is the kind of production value that sets us apart from other mediocre podcasts and possible YouTube channels.
Let's see. I'm typing you guys a text right now. Scotty.
Well, I guess we're done here.
I'm back.
Oh, here's Scotty.
Right.
Uh,
All right. I'm still here.
all right, just texted you guys too. Just cool. Jason wants us synced. If anyone else needs to be synced, Blumhouse logo. Blumhouse logo. So let me get my screen set up here.
I'm just gonna pour myself a glass of this more s'more beer from Boulevard Brewing Company in Kansas City.
Ooh, that
More
sounds good.
s'more, huh?
More s'more. I haven't tried. I had a sip of it a minute ago, and it was very sweet. But I just like the idea of a s'more flavor.
That sounds delicious to me.
Yeah, I'm not affiliated with this brewery. They have not paid me for this endorsement. If this beer sucks, I'm going to tell you. Featuring my red rum ale, a pint glass from Estes Park, Colorado.
Ooh, there you go.
Got a little head here. Always
Oh,
nice to have a little
nice.
head with my movie.
Johnny Seymour, what's up, brother? All
¿Qué
right.
pasa con usted?
Oh, before we click play on this, again, we're on the Blumhouse screen. Blumhouse logo on the screen. That's where we're going to click play. We'll do a countdown. The teleparty link is in the comments if you want to join us and you know how to do that. It's at this point, I already explained in the beginning. I don't think we'll keep explaining it throughout, but some people might have used teleparty and it's there. So,
Sweet.
If you don't, you could just put the movie on. But
Yeah,
sync it.
just put the
it's up
movie
to
on.
you to sync it with us.
I think I am going to start this like a normal episode since we'll probably use it in our episode feed. No, Rob, why? Why would you do that?
Rob, there's other people trying to sync up with us who aren't
We
in
have
the
to sync
teleparty.
back now.
You can't do that and then criticize the podcast in the same breath. You can't be the problem and complain about it.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Somebody keeps hitting play.
It's like
Rob
you're-
keeps hitting play.
It's
I-
like mugging people and being like crime is out of control here.
I am next time we do this, I am definitely clicking the setting where it's only me that can control it. Just so you know.
Yes, only one person.
All right. So all right. Blumhouse logo. But I'll explain this right away again because
Yeah, but let's do the intro first.
welcome everybody to the Cold Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here with you guys.
Scotty Bonin back with you guys.
And
If I
we
click
are
play
the
again.
Blood Brothers.
Brothers.
And
Carmelo Chimera.
I
I cut you, Rob. That's right. I cut you in line.
Well, it's because I was about to hit
Oh,
play again
shit.
to really see how far I could press this.
Carmelo cut the Rob out.
Snip, snip.
He
That's
cut
the
him
riff.
out.
That's the riff people want. They want the grudge match.
We're
All
on
right,
video
guys.
here. We can see each other.
Well, we are watching, commenting on, reacting to Halloween 2018, and we hope you'll watch along with us. We are paused right now at the Blumhouse logo. So if you popped in your Blu-ray, you're starting it somewhere else. We're on the completed Blumhouse logo in the corner of the room. So that's where we're starting. So you can
James
You can
Hart,
come
good-
along
good
with
vibes,
us.
James.
Good vibes.
And also, we're fielding comments from Facebook and YouTube as we do this. So if you're listening to this after the fact, that's what we're doing. And you can join us next time.
This
All
will
right,
be a different
guys.
episode. Come
With Constantine
bitches.
live.
Yes, that's what Carmelo wanted to do. Then Rob insisted we do this, and now Rob's complaining that we're doing this.
I'm not sure it was 2018 that I was insisting.
Yeah, he really wanted that Rob Zombie one. He's such a huge fan.
I actually would not have. I would have enjoyed just ripping that movie to shreds live.
Yeah, see, that would have
been
been that
fantastic.
would have been a fun task.
Yeah.
Emily Hunter said she wanted us to do that one for that reason. So we'll
To
get
do
some-
which one?
She wanted to hear Rob bash Rob Zombie for like 2
Well, it would
hours.
be great to do it live because I can actually.
Well, we'll have to do
Remember all
that
the
then.
terrible-
We'll add it to the list. So,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, we're on the Blumhouse logo. We're going to count down from 3, and then we're going to click on play, hit play. All right. So 3, 2, 1, play.
I can't believe Rob resisted. I can't. believe
I know my hand was on the mouse.
I saw you. I saw it in your
Here
glasses.
we are. Here we are.
Oh.
Malik Akkad. I love. So did you guys notice? If you saw Halloween Ends, did you notice
House pictures.
that they were in the logo there? The title cards were in blue, like Halloween 3. And this
Or
is
like Friday the 13th, Part 5.
I didn't notice that. No,
They ripped
I haven't seen that yet though. That's why I didn't notice it.
honestly, I loved it. Halloween Ends was awesome.
Of course, you would.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't
So-
even seen Halloween Kills
And I
yet.
haven't even seen Kills yet. Yeah.
This will be a good warm up to get you back into it.
So
I like how this
this
just
will be great.
starts like in the asylum.
Her eyes
Yes.
are moving. He's saying thank you.
Let's not.
That pen looks like
Let's not William Friedkin.
Let's William
this.
Friedkin this.
No.
so that the first time I saw this, I didn't notice it, but I know what happens. That pen comes back later, so it's cool that they give you like a close up of the doctor's pen.
Mm.
I didn't see him pull his pen out.
I'm sorry, I didn't say penis. I said pen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I just
Not as 10-15.
misunderstood.
You gotta love the retro sheriff outfits, though.
Yeah, even though they made sure to let us know this is 40 years later. It's nice to see that they have record players.
Yeah, look at this.
You have to
old
have the
school
creepy
player.
record player played over the comm system.
Smith's Grove. All these extras that got called in for the day to wear white hospital gowns.
And here's the true villain of the movie: podcasters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Opportunity.
That guy is in Vikings. Thorsten in Vikings.
He's in a lot of things.
Yeah, he is. That guy.
I love how
Is Thomas Jane walking around barefoot?
Yeah, I think so.
I love how the psychiatrist that's been studying him for 40 years can't crack him in the British podcast. Like, ooh, that's why we're here.
Yeah. It shows you how desperate this lunatic is, because spoilers, he's a lunatic. So
I
he's
thought
like-
you were going to say it shows you how terrible the writing is, which it is.
No, I thought this was like when you know what he does later, the whole thing makes more sense. Like, because when I
Makes
first saw
no-
this, I'm like, why would he let these people near him? And
Makes
it's because
no
he's trying to
sense.
provoke a response.
Ow. Quit biting me, Andy. Yes.
There he is.
I bet you would.
Yeah. Pervert.
Do you think something like this exists where they're isolated out in the open to concrete blocks?
Yeah, on a chessboard, I hope not, because if you're not insane before this, you would be afterward.
Yeah.
No chess pieces, but on the chessboard. Wow, yeah, that's a platform there.
Yay, Rebecca Thompson got it synced up with us. Sweet.
Nice, Rebecca.
Gotta get that vitamin D.
Yes, you do.
That's Michael's real problem. He needs the D, and he hasn't got any in 16
Yeah.
years.
Vitamin D.
Mhm.
So we know Michael Myers has a white beard and white hair, and he's balding.
Yep. Doesn't make him any less menacing, though.
No.
One thing these three movies got right was that the mystery of Michael is what makes him so cool. You know, it's not like Jason or Freddy we get a lot of backstory for, but that's what makes Michael special. And this movie does not try to give him a backstory. In fact, it tries to make him even more mysterious.
We know that Rob hates backstories.
Yes.
Maybe it's because he's afraid of his own.
That's
Oh man, we got deep.
That was deep.
Shit. All right.
Maybe your backstory is similar to Michael Myers.
We're not even through act one of this thing, and already we've penetrated to Rob's soul.
There's so much we don't know about you, Rob.
All right, this is cool. This was a trailer moment. I thought this was cool. Like, I don't know how they got this fucking mask, but it's fucking cool.
And how he's showing it to the back of his head. Amazing with the Figaros.
Mm-hmm. Figaro.
That was David Gordon Green at his finest.
This
I
guy
like
gets
that-
an umbrella?
Yeah, Umbrella Guy comes back in a prominent role in the second one. So remember,
Does he
Umbrella-
Which
really?
makes no sense how they mistook him in the second one.
Well, they mistake him because no one actually sees him. Like, they never lay eyes on him. They're just like, oh, he's upstairs.
Why are they letting him hold the mask? And I guess there's testing.
Yeah, they're
This guy's
hoping it gets a
provoking him.
reaction.
He's
out of him.
provoking him. He wants,
Okay.
you know.
It's meant to happen. I wanna be that guy.
Oh, I do like the hard cut. Love the hard cut.
Yeah, me too.
It's very Sam Raimi-esque.
Yeah.
Drag
So-
Me to Hell has one of the best hard cut openings.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
totally
does.
does. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this effect here, do you think they're inflating like a pumpkin, or did they like time lapse watch it decompose? Because that would be really cool.
That's what
too.
I'm guessing. That now
Yeah.
they're reversing it.
It could, yeah. It looks pretty real. I don't know if you can inflate that. Probably a time lapse. It's pretty cool. So you guys both saw Kills and Ends, right?
I haven't.
Where do you think this one's better?
I think
No.
they're all equally as terrible.
Okay.
This is the
Just
best
wanted-
of the three, hands
Okay.
down. Yeah.
Is
They
it?
spend all the time in this one, like what Carmela said, trying to delete all the Michael lore. And then the second and third one, all the Michael lore is back, but for no reason.
Hmm. Do you like any Halloween movie, Rob?
I like H2O.
H2O.
H2O
What about
is
Paul
solid.
Rudd? What is he? Part 6?
6. The
That
Remnant.
movie's god awful. That movie is so bad.
I'll take part 6 over
Paul
Ends.
Rudd.
No, part 6 isn't even finished. It's not even a complete movie. It's
I would
terrible.
argue that Paul Rudd does a good job, though.
Yes.
I would agree. I would agree with you. I would
Yeah.
agree.
That was before he was Paul Rudd, before anyone knew him.
Speaking of sexy beast, John Sozna, thank you very much. We're glad to have you here. With us.
Johnny boy, that's Scotty and I's realtor.
Johnny, so
and,
many
and
sexy-
good friend. Good friend.
It's Sosna. Good to see you, Johnny, brother. All right. If Jason Watts likes this one the best.
Justin
Rebecca
Faulkner
thinks
thinks part 6 is the last good Halloween.
All
And
right.
I just,
Justin.
I
Okay.
just reiterate that movie's not literally not even complete. Like they released an unfinished movie with deleted scenes they couldn't film.
Dr.
so
Thompson
the-
thinks there should be more Michael in ends.
And so the never-ending horror fan argument over the best Halloweens and or best Friday the 13th and or which one's better.
It just shows you, I think, that you can never please every horror fan because even
Mhm.
like a legitimately bad movie like part 6 has fans. And I just, ugh.
To each their own. Everyone
And you'll have
has their own opinion and
award-winning
likes it.
award-winning perfect horror films that people think are dog shit.
Correct. Yes, also happens. Jason makes a good point. He says he feels like they took two different scripts and mashed them together, similar to Hellraiser, and that is what happened to like the second half of the Hellraiser movies. Is they just took random horror movies and were like, "Hey, maybe if we put Pinhead in it, it'll sell better."
Justin says the franchise died with Donald Pleasance. Well,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And if only it had died sooner than Donald Pleasance, it wouldn't have seen Halloween 6.
Hey, I met Donald Pleasance last week at Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes, he was there.
Yeah,
I would say that was
saw him.
a poor choice for Donald Pleasant lookalike in the horror
Yeah.
house. In the
Well,
haunted
he had
house.
no colostomy bag.
Yeah.
He didn't, and he didn't have
And he-
poop all over his face.
And he
Poop
was wearing,
scars.
he was wearing a bald cap, pretty bad bald. But it was still pretty good. It was
Yeah.
convincing enough.
If you get close to some of those haunted house people with their masks on, they're not trying very hard. I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
Yeah,
Really? I
Like
think they're afraid of
some-
hurting you.
Some hero people look really good, like they're on display in the haunted house. This is at Halloween Horror Nights, by the way, guys. We were all just there together a week ago, and but the sort of the gimmies, like the guys that just pop out real quick, they have like no makeup on besides just a mask.
Well, they're there from 6 to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So they probably are just getting tired.
Yeah.
and
Although we saw a shift change, so
We did. Yeah, they came in robes.
there she is, Rob.
Yep.
The Queen,
Only 60 something, but looking every bit of 85.
I love
Jamie Lee
Jamie Lee
Curtis.
Curtis.
And
It's
then,
a-
of course, because there's no connection, she's not his sister or anything. She's just decided to stay in this dump of a town and
Yeah.
build a fortress.
Rob, confirm that you're coming through your fancy Shure mic. Just do it for me real quick.
How would I do that?
Well, go into the StreamYard settings, audio, and make sure you're.
Justin Faulkner thinks Halloween Ends was by far the worst, and he's not looking forward to the reboot of The Exorcist. I am also not optimistic about an Exorcist
No.
reboot.
yeah.
I
I
think
mean, I'll watch it,
There
but
you go,
yeah.
Rob. Jeez.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you-
I'm not.
was
I'm
it-
not optimistic about The Exorcist because David Gordon Green's doing it.
I am I can't wait to see it, but I don't know.
yeah,
how
I'll
good it's
see
gonna
it for
be.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't know how you touch like one of the greatest movies of all time. Like, it's,
In my opinion, the scariest movie of all time, but I'm sure lots of people will.
I don't know.
Contend
Exorcist is still up there with scariest.
Oh, yeah. I would say so.
Did you change your mic setting, Rob? Was it on something else?
It was. It wasn't at first. And I guess it bounced somehow.
So, Justin, we may have to do a separate episode on Halloween Ends because I'd love to talk about it, but I feel like I'd be taken away from the movie
Jason.
we're trying to watch. But
No
you mean
bag
you
boy.
mean the one where evil dies tonight?
no, that's Kills. Oh, you
Johnny's-
said the one where he actually dies. Yeah. He
Yeah.
he dies in Ends. Yeah.
Yeah, to let you guys know, we have vowed before starting this episode that we would try to watch and comment more on what's happening because in our past commentaries we've just gone off on tangents and talked about whatever the hell we wanted to.
Like we are doing kind of right now.
Yeah, but we don't
we're
want to do.
supposed-
We don't
We're
want to
still
do the
talking
preview.
about We're still talking about Halloween.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not,
it's
like,
still
sidetracking.
germane.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do the Billy Friedkin. Like, okay, this is the scene where we first see Lori.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
That's Jamie Lee Curtis. She's talking to the podcasters now. Yep. Now we're on Jamie
Unfit
again.
mother, you.
Mhm.
Jamie Lee Curtis rocks. Fight me, Justin. What is
You-
up with the
you know
Jamie Lee
what?
hate?
I
Jamie
gotta
Lee
hand.
Curtis is a C-rate actress at best.
You know what? I
I
gotta
mean,
hand.
she's
it
no Linda Hamilton.
no,
but she's
guys.
pretty
I
good.
gotta hand it to Jamie Lee Curtis because
I gotta hand it to her.
she could be one of those actresses lately that is like against her horror background and genre, right? Because she's done True Lies, she's done
Right.
so much work since then, like legitimate work.
Oh,
That,
she's still doing work. Yeah.
but
You're right.
now she's back and she's loving the Halloween movies and she's blowing them up and she's promoting
well, I
them.
mean,
and
she
she's
did that.
talking
She
about
did that
them.
terrible
bringing her
series
A
called
game.
Scream
Yeah.
Queens on FX.
I didn't see that despite my
Nobody
wanting
saw
to.
Scream.
But
Scream Queens.
she brings it to these movies too. She does not just phone this in.
No,
Oh, Rebecca's got a good one. How would we handle an interview like this or like Michael? Who do you want us to be interviewing, Rebecca, in this hypothetical?
I haven't been paying close enough attention to the scene.
I'm
since we've
prepared to
been
take
talking.
this question for real, but Rob, how would you interview Laurie
Jamie
Strode?
Lee, Laurie Strode.
Oh, I would just ask, why are you still here? And why do we care? And this
It'd be a-
interview's not worth $3,000.
It would be a very rude interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
God,
It would
that's
be
a
like
good way to get her to
interviewing-
open
it'd be
up.
like interviewing one of. I mean, I can't even say Ted Bundy because they erased everything. Myers killed 4 teenagers 40 years ago. So like he's not even important. 'Cause
Justin
they
says
erased
that bitch needs more Activa.
I
She was never the star of Halloween as well. Oh my! Oh,
I don't think I
mother-
could interview
mother-
Michael.
oh.
I don't think I could interview
Peanut butter on my
Michael because
penis.
in these movies
That's
he just
the-
fucking does not talk to anything. But
That's the best line so far. Sorry, Carmelo. Peanut butter on my penis. Keep going. Keep going.
That was like the one contribution Danny McBride did, and they were all high-fiving each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good
You,
job,
you can
Danny.
you can just picture Danny McBride saying that line in any movie at all. You know,
it's true.
it's got
I
peanut
can
butter on my
picture him saying
penis.
penis.
And I love
Yeah.
Danny McBride. I think Righteous Gemstones is one of the
I
greatest.
know Rob
TV
caused me to watch
comedies.
the whole thing, and it was awesome.
It is amazing, but he needs to stay away from Aliens and Halloween. And The
Johnny
Exorcist.
Seymour says all he's got to say is Jamie Lee trading places.
Oh,
Yeah.
She was great.
Trading
in
She did
that.
look
Places
good,
is
but
a
she had
favorite
that
of
short
mine.
haircut.
She
I
was
don't
good.
really like.
She looked good in there. She looked pretty hot in Trading Places. I must
It's one of
say.
my favorite holiday movies, actually. I love that fucking movie.
Is Is it just you guys, or is it just me, or something about whenever you see just a glass of fresh orange juice, you just want to chug it?
Oh,
I
Oh,
love
yeah,
orange
completely.
juice. I hate how people in movies leave their breakfasts uneaten all the time.
I know. I just want to eat the breakfast.
Look, she took one
every-
sip. One sip is all she
One,
took.
she just took one sip and left.
She
and
didn't
no
even
one does
swallow.
that. No one does that.
I want to eat that breakfast, drink that coffee, drink
And
that
it looked like
orange juice.
Rob carved that pumpkin. No
Rebecca, I
talent.
still want to answer your question. If we had to interview Laurie Strode, I would find common ground by asking her about something she was interested in, like all of the weapons in her house. And once I get her talking about the weaponry, then it'd be really easy to get her to open up about Michael.
Carmelo's really got a strategy for this.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was an investigative journalist for 3 years. So I interviewed a lot of people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
I would start an interview with "Sup, girl."
There you go.
She's a gilf. I don't blame you. Give it a try.
I don't know about that.
Start your interview with what's it like being so old?
So the airplane, was that exciting for you?
Yeah. Do you
wait.
intentionally try to look 20 years older than you actually are? Or
So this girl got to go orange juice. Oh wait, that's boba, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
So
my.
basic.
You gotta love this hat, though. You just gotta commit to the hat and pull it on all the way. It's like hanging halfway off.
That's how they wear it these days. The kids, they just wear it on the very tippy top of their head.
I think the best part of Halloween Ends was the performance from that kid. That actor was fantastic. And unfortunately, no one's going to appreciate it because he wasn't Michael. So everyone's just going to.
that actor was trash. He just sat there and looked sad.
I haven't seen it yet, so quit ruining it.
All right, we won't ruin it.
Ooh,
I don't
strong
want. Yeah,
cut, strong cut.
the thing plug. Okay.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
the thing plug in this?
They do in Halloween Ends, they do the obligatory, the babysitter's watching the thing on television.
Ah,
you know.
This guy, he's in that TV series You. I don't know if you guys have seen that. The guy
No,
on the
I haven't
right.
watched that.
Is he the
Shannon.
dude? Is he the guy?
Yeah, he's the guy that is flirting with what's her name, the main girl.
Oh, here comes the incel.
Oh God, here we go.
Yep. Yeah, they took his fedora away because the school has a no hats rule.
So Danny McBride co-wrote this. He didn't have anything to do with kills or ends, right?
No, he did. I
Oh,
don't
he
know
did.
what he did with it though. I think the only thing Danny McBride really contributed is keeping David Gordon Green working.
Oh yeah, because he directed this.
Yeah, and he did all the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh,
I-
okay.
This
I
guy
just-
sort of looks. The sort of guy looks like that. Dude, I can't remember the name. That funny face looking guy with the huge forehead.
Oh, Eric Stoltz from
The Mask.
Mask. That's it.
I don't know if that's who you were talking about.
Is
but-
that who he's talking about?
Well, it's like he's like deformed. He's like
Yeah.
there's-
Yeah.
yeah. This
I
guy
didn't
sort of
say
looks-
it.
Eric,
You said
that,
it.
Eric Stoltz in real life
It's
is
not Eric
deformed.
Stoltz though. It's not
No,
Eric
Eric
Stoltz. So you're thinking of
Stoltz is
someone
not-
else.
Eric Stoltz is like is
Oh, there she
That's
is.
cool. That's a cool callback shot of Jamie Lee standing in the outside the school.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is.
This movie is like a love
Real
letter to
genius.
the original. It's similar enough to the original where it shouldn't offend anybody, and it's more violent and modern, modern pacing.
Yeah,
What's
but
not to like
it
about this
shouldn't
movie?
be anything to do with the original because this is a direct sequel to the original.
Right, but
See-
you also have to restart things after 40 years. And if you
Oh,
do
no,
things
we
that are
don't-
too different, like Halloween Ends, everybody bitches it was too different. So what
Oh,
do you like?
I mean, this is terrible too.
if
What
you
would-
watch do you like the original, Rob?
I like the original a lot. I watch the original
What
every
would
year.
you have done? What would your sequel
Just make a
have been?
sequel. Just
Hey,
make a
but
sequel. And
tell me,
actually,
what-
I'd make
like,
a
what
sequel
story?
without, if you're going to erase everything, erase Laurie Strode. Because it makes no sense she's in that town for 40 years. It makes no sense that she's traumatized for 40 years over one bad night. That's like saying that's like saying everybody that was ever involved in any mass killing stayed right there in their town and built fortresses in case the mass killer ever got out of jail.
Right.
Good
It makes
evening,
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
Good evening.
Jeremiah,
Jeremiah.
Good
Jeremiah.
evening,
Good
Jeremiah.
Okay, audience at home, if you've ever had a trauma that ruined your life, write Rob O'Neill a letter and
Well,
let
no,
him know.
I mean, again, I'll make the argument I made in the post when this trash came out. I'm from Tallahassee. Ted Bundy's biggest spree was in Tallahassee at the Chi Omega house. That's like saying all the sorority sisters from Chi Omega stayed in Tallahassee and were traumatized for the rest of their life because of that one thing. They aren't. They moved on.
Yeah, Lori, that was.
I mean,
her-
it happens. Unfortunately, it happens every day. Something like this happens, and so make a sequel and actually be brave with the sequel and get rid of Laurie Strode and have Michael be attached only to Haddonfield. That's it,
So,
because he's not attached to
I
Laurie.
like that, but the problem is like fans need a hero to root for. Like a story needs a hero.
Just make another hero. Jason had a new final girl every movie.
Yeah,
Freddie
that's
did too.
That's
Yeah.
true, and yet they're all forgettable. Unlike Laurie.
Well, these are only
Strode or-
memorable because they're 4 years old. In
Yeah.
10
I would
years,
argue, I
nobody's
see
gonna
where
be going
Carmel's
back.
coming from, and I see where Rob's coming from.
I see both.
You have a hero like Ash that's unforgettable, right?
Right,
So
right.
although we can all agree that they successfully did an Evil Dead without Ash, though that was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah. And they
but-
could have done the same thing with this. That's why 2013 Evil Dead is hands down, I think, the best remake of any horror movie ever.
And he's part
It's
of
so
it. He did produce it, so
yeah,
he's still
he had
part
his
of it,
hands
yeah.
in there. But I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is just an actress in Halloween. She ditched the franchise 4 different times.
James says Resurrection is the worst. Justin
Yes.
says too much of what the Boogeyman did was completely out of character.
I want to hear more about this, Justin. What do you think the Boogeyman does in this movie that is out of character for him?
Well, he doesn't kill that baby for one.
Oh God,
I
Slam
think
it,
kind of.
slam it.
I thought he
she's-
did kill the baby.
She's
just
really
off
slamming
screen.
that.
She's slamming that little shooter like she's
Shooter.
never slammed a shooter before.
He's
It just seems like
shaking.
Laurie
Very-
would have
very
this same
nervous.
effect if she had been in a car accident as a teenager. Like, it's
Well-
a little much.
See, Lori,
Like,
Lori
it's
might
just
have,
right. It's like a little much. Like, if you're so terrified of Michael Myers, leave.
I'll give it to Rob. Lori Strode's she's taking it a little bit heavy, and I want to land in the middle here. I want to land in the middle of Carmelo's like she's a legit trauma patient, and Rob's like, get over it. I think there's somewhere in the middle, right, where it's like,
Well, no, I agree. I agree. She's got post traumatic stress and she's traumatized. But you could be traumatized in Sacramento.
I,
And you could be
are-
traumatized in Albuquerque. Why be traumatized in the
I
town?
love Jeremiah's
causing
Probably
comment.
the
was from
trauma.
there. That's where her support system was. You're suggesting
She has
that
no support system. She lost her daughter to CPS. Her parents are non-existent. Her daughter now hates her.
Yeah, but this is what 40 years later. She lived 40 years in this town with parents and a husband at one point.
They never
Then
once
she couldn't just
mentioned the
leave her
parents
family.
or her husband.
I gotta love Jeremiah's comment. Bless your hearts for going above and beyond, sacrificing your time to watch this pile of shit.
Thank you. Yes, Jeremiah. Thank you.
Well, Justin, I'm sorry. Are you talking about Ends or are you talking about this movie? Because it's
You're talking about
different,
ends.
right? If you're saying the boogeyman was out of character in this movie, I'd love to know what he did that it was out of character.
I think he
but-
said watching this. Oh no, okay. I think he's talking
I
about.
just
because those
wanna
are all
say-
events from Halloween Ends.
I just want to say this looks like a
Well, the
nice
boogeyman's
restaurant that
definitely
I
out
would
of character
attend.
and ends because he's attached to Lori and he's not supposed to be attached to anything.
Well,
He's
we're not talking
attached
about
to Lori
ends.
and
We're
Ends.
not
He just
talking
ends
about
up in her
ends.
house.
We're not talking about ends right now.
Right. We're not talking. I'm sorry. We're not talking about Ends. That's why I keep trying to get it back to this one. And that's the other thing Rob is forgetting about this movie is Lori as a trauma patient is coming up on what is sometimes called a traumaversary. She's coming up on Halloween night, the 40th anniversary of the murders. So it makes sense that even if she had her shit together day to day, she's losing it right now because it's coming up on Halloween.
I mean,
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with all the weirdness that's happening with her right now. I just don't agree with that. It just makes no sense to me. She stays in what they really show is Haddonfield, this kind of rundown, whatever tiny town. Just leave.
Yeah, but that's true of anyone who lives in a tiny town. Justin, we're talking about Halloween. The movie we're watching right now. We're not talking about Halloween Ends. Rebecca makes a good point. Leaving doesn't help. Everyone always finds Sidney Prescott. in the
But
Scream
it
movies.
definitely helps
That's
in
true.
well, it definitely helps in this case.
This is what I want to know. James Hart asked a question for Rob. What is your opinion on Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? Go.
well, we know
Better
this.
than this.
No way.
No way.
That's
Better
not
than
true.
Better than this.
I
As
stand
much
by,
as I hate Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and I hate it, I will say at least Rob Zombie didn't do. Look, Laurie's standing where Michael once stood 40 years ago. Cha-ching! He
I
was like,
stand
white
by-
horses. I'm bringing my wife back
No,
from the
no,
dead
no,
so
no,
we
no.
can get a paycheck.
I stand by RZ2 is good except for the white horse bullshit.
It's
that's-
brutal.
that's
It is
a
really
brutal.
good movie.
Far-fetched.
My problem with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is that they didn't let him do what he wanted to do, which is have Laurie be the killer. If you watch that movie and
Yeah.
you see all of the scenes where Michael kills anybody, Laurie's like around and doesn't like see it. She's the only one who like ever sees him really. And you could see that they're building toward the twist that the police were going to rush in. And she
Talking
was
about,
alone. And I
talking
thought
about
that would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah,
But
that
no,
would
well,
Yeah.
talking about Rob Zombie's Halloween's, I will say the only thing Jamie Lee Curtis has ever done that I like applauded was, I guess, somehow Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris snuck into this premiere. There's no way they were invited.
And she didn't know who they were, right?
And they went up to her and they're like, "Oh, we love you," and all this, and she's like, "Who are you?" That was
That's-
the
And then Daniel
only
Harris
thing.
was like
hilarious.
offended. I read a post about this.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
God.
amazing.
All right, let's get back to
Yes.
where we are now.
Justin, we are watching Halloween 2018. Yes, that's the movie we're watching right now.
For those of
talking
you that
about.
are watching on physical media and want to resync, we're at 27:07, 8, 9.
And I love how she's
10.
going over her trauma that her mom taught her how to shoot a gun when she was 8. Like,
yeah, I
you're-
get
you're in
I
the
get your
middle of
point. In
nowhere.
Florida, that's common. Yeah.
Well,
I
no, but they're also in the middle of nowhere in the Midwest. People shoot
It's
guns
true.
at 8
It's
years
true.
old. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, but it's the rest of this stuff, like teaching her like drills to get into like the safe room and stuff. That
Yeah.
is like survivalist shit.
Yeah, but I don't think CPS is coming up and taking children away because of that.
I think Laurie's staying to protect her family because she's the only one that like knows Michael, and you know her granddaughter just said go to Mexico. She should go to Mexico.
I think it
That's-
could be
That's
argued.
what I
that-
would do.
I think it could be argued that she's staying because she wants some fucking revenge. That's what this whole thing's about.
I think
Well,
that's
yeah.
exactly right. She keeps
Yeah.
saying, she literally says the words, I hope Michael escapes so I can fucking kill him.
yeah.
Like, it's very
And-
clear. I
and she
think.
wants to protect her
and it
family
only
too.
took like murdering 60 people for her to finally get there.
So you're saying Jamie Lee Curtis is responsible for the deaths of those people?
Well, I don't know if she is or she isn't. I just know that. Well, we can't talk about the other movies, but yeah, she kind of is.
Oh shit! They're
See,
escaped
this is-
mental patients.
This is a great callback to the first one too, and it's not even in like an overt way like the one you didn't like a minute ago.
It's pretty overt. It's mental patients walking in the fog, and then
Ooh,
this
The
guy gets
Fog.
everything he
Great
deserves.
soundtrack. Great soundtrack.
Yes, fantastic.
The Fog. Oh yeah. We were listening.
No,
to
they're not all
soundtracks,
right. It's a
I'm
prison
guessing the other
bus,
night.
and they're all Looney Tunes.
So here's
Just
my
drive
question
by it.
is, what should a sequel be? Because you've got sequels that expand the mythology. They've tried that with Halloween, and some people love the Curse of Thorn, and some people fucking hate it. This movie doesn't try to expand the mythology. In fact, it contracts the mythology, and it just tries to do the same movie again. That also not popular. So, like, what should a sequel
Well,
be?
because
Or
it's
should
not
there be
because
sequels?
it's not a true. They delete what they want. They don't delete other things, and they reintroduce characters from 40 years ago, and they don't write them well enough for it to make sense. Like Laurie being in this compound and this survivalist makes no sense because at the end of this movie, none of it works.
It's
Like
true, none
he
of it
just
works,
walks
yeah.
up to her house.
James Hart is
everything fails. So it would make sense if Laurie got over her trauma and is living this happy, bubbly life, and she's gone on, and then now the trauma comes back, and she goes through some kind of character arc to become Laurie the boogeyman slayer. But no, she's prepped for 40 years to be the boogeyman slayer, and we have to have two more movies for her to slay the boogeyman.
I buy the trauma though. It wasn't that just that her friends died. She was there. He tried to kill her repeatedly. Like,
little jump scare. Was that a pig squeal? Was that a pig squeal they used?
maybe.
James Hart, who's the best shape in your opinions?
Nick Castle, hands down.
Nick Castle.
Nick Castle's the original.
No,
I-
the best shape is I hate Rob Zombie, but it's Rob Zombie's Michael.
I agree
Yeah.
with Rob. I like jacked Michael Myers.
Dude, Nick
Tyler
Castle's
Mane,
like
right? I like
Nick
jacked Michael
Castle's
Myers.
like 6'1", I think, maybe, and they shoot him at all these angles to make him
Yeah.
look 7 feet.
This is James Jed Courtney in this one, but wasn't Tyler Mane the one?
Tyler
in
Mane is
Hell-
Rob Zombies.
Tyler Mane
you
is
got
Rob
the
Zombies.
Professor. Oh shit!
I like the Tyler Mane one.
And I think the best Jason is 2009. Derek
love
Mears.
I
2000
I
love
agree.
the best
2009.
Jason.
I like
I love
Derek Mears a
2009.
lot. So
I'm
I
gonna
like Nick Castle because everybody else is trying to rip off Nick Castle.
Yeah.
All the cool mannerisms,
Yeah.
the head tilt is all him.
Yeah, but I
But-
mean, Nick Castle shared the shape in 78 with 5 other people.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. The reason I like Tyler Mane from the Rob Zombie movies, though, is because if you're going to be very serious that Michael is not supernatural, which I like, then you have to explain his freakish strength. And
Yeah,
him
he's
being
huge.
7
He's
feet
huge in
tall
that.
is like, yeah, he's not supernatural, but he's Tyler fucking Mane.
Well, I like
I-
Justin Robert Faulkner here. She stayed because she's a drunk with no acting skills. That is true.
I gotta say that I love Tyler. I just love the idea of jacked Michael Myers.
Well, I mean, he's supposed to be in this. They try to get rid of all the supernatural
Yeah.
stuff, and yet he just gets more supernatural as it goes on. The dude's 73.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing I liked about Halloween Ends that I'm sure everybody didn't is he's like feeble. He takes the beating from this movie and kills.
Until he does that one thing and Halloween ends, and then he re-energizes. He
yeah, but he still
charges
limps. He
himself
still
up.
limps around for the rest of the movie. and
He
gets
still
pushed
lifts a full-grown woman into the air, pins her to the wall, and tilts his head.
I mean, that is true. He does do that. You're totally right.
Will Patton's the best.
Yeah,
actor
we got
in
Will
this, I'm going
Patton.
to say right here.
Will
Will
I love
Patton.
Will Patton.
I
Will
love
Patton's
Will
great.
Patton.
actor in this
And
damn
and the
movie.
fact that he had, it shows how good of an actor he is because he had to feign some kind of sexual interest in Jamie Lee Curtis. You know how difficult that is? And how this guy's not dead.
Well, he got shot in the.
Yeah, but Michael, why didn't just take care of him?
Well, why didn't Michael kill every single passenger on that bus? Michael's going home.
Well, those were feeble people.
He's got a soft spot for feeble people.
Yeah.
That rhymes. Everyone just reset it in their heads.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me guess. They're going to go to the graveyard and there's going to be a gravestone missing or vandalized. Let's see.
These podcast people are on point.
Yeah, they're doing the research.
Yeah, you know.
Can we talk about Michael taking that kid out?
I like how this woman is like a historian of Haddonfield. She's talking about it and she's like, I wonder why Judith Myers' claim to fame is.
Jason wants. Can we talk about Michael taking that kid out? No
Yeah.
mercy.
No mercy. It was badass.
James wants to know who our favorite Michael Myers kill is. You mean in any movie ever, or just this one? Like, do you have a?
It was his sister.
I mean,
That's the best kill.
the one we're watching right now.
That's
The
a great-
original.
Yeah, a little
and,
more-
and of
A little more
course,
graphic this time around.
and
first
of course,
person
in
kill.
this movie, we get the origin, we get the flashback like Batman, him stabbing his
I s-
sister through a clown mask.
I sort of like Michael's.
Oh,
It's not even the
he
actual
is.
kill, but it's his willingness to kill that guy who literally nursed him back to health for like a year and a half.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Wasn't
And the guy
wasn't
probably,
that Danny Trejo?
they probably had sexual relations. No,
Oh,
Danny Trejo was
The
the
Danny
prison guard.
Trejo kill is great. He's like,
Yeah.
I was good to you, Mikey. And he
That was
was
that
good.
one was great. The Danny
No,
Trejo.
I'm talking about
That's
the
one
one.
of my favorites.
I'm talking about the one with Thorn and
Part 5.
Halloween,
Yeah.
Halloween 5. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I can imagine is
So many
that
good
old
kills.
guy was letting Michael suckle on him like the South Park episode
Oh,
with
there's
Bono.
definitely some relationship stuff going on there for
Does,
that
does,
year.
does Mikey want the biddy? Oh, Mikey wants the biddy.
Son of Dr. Loomis would be cool. My favorite Michael kill is the head tilt. I know it's been ripped off so many times,
Yeah,
but there's a reason. And we saw it like reenacted live at Halloween Horror Nights.
that
and
was
it's
really
just,
cool.
It's a
Yeah.
very creepy mannerism. It really holds up. Honestly, I think
Her
the two
boyfriend.
things
Yeah,
that make, yeah, right, Scotty? I mean, the two things that make that movie memorable are the head tilt and the Michael Myers sit up. Those are the two things I think that like really stick with you from the first Halloween.
yeah.
James Hart said the dude with the parrot. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. His little shack by the river.
And
Couldn't
I
ask
love
for a
how these
better life.
podcasters have like every piece. It's like they literally robbed the evidence locker
Yeah,
at,
right.
at the Haddonfield Police Department.
I like how though it's kind of makes sense that they had to exhaust literally everything else before how they got the mask though. I have no fucking clue, but
Yeah.
that they exhaust everything else before they even try to talk to Michael. They're
But like
"Yeah,
the
we're
craziest part about this is that because they erased, there's no part 2. There's no part 2. He literally, they explain it in, I think, ends or kills. The cops surround him after Loomis shoots him 6 times, and he's like, okay. He just puts his hands up and he gets arrested. So it's like, this is a super, super obscure crime.
Yeah, but
Like,
the
this isn't a
mask makes it
famous
really
crime.
creepy. And he killed his sister. So this
But
this
I mean,
would be like if like a famous murderer broke out of jail and killed like 6 more people.
I know, but I'm just saying for like the podcasters and all this, like this is
Right.
like a 30-minute episode on last podcast on the left. Just we've ran out of like real heavy hitters to talk about. This is some obscure case from the
So,
70s in Illinois.
I think you're right. I think you make a good point. And I think like we see a lot of stuff about like Ted Bundy or wherever where we have all these tapes of him
Ooh,
talking.
that's stinky.
But like just now imagine if Ted Bundy had never said one word.
Yeah, but I mean, Ted Bundy put in the work. I mean, Bundy.
I'm just
went
trying
on,
to say, imagine if he had never spoken aloud ever. Everyone would want to know about.
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying that.
Oh,
like, I
for
mean,
sure.
he went on for like 8 years and had like a 40 count.
it. Yeah.
Myers has got 4 people one night.
Jason
Was-
has a good question. He wants to know if Michael found the podcasters or it was coincidence. And I think it was coincidence, Jason, because he'd have no way to track them down. But it's not that he runs into them at the gas station. He's at the cemetery with his sister's grave. And that's where he.
And he
he sees-
oversees them from afar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is coincidence, but he sees them at the grave. That's where he was going. So I think that's what's going on
He's
here.
like, I gotta take these fuckers out.
He's like, oh, they got my fucking mask. Yeah, they're going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
kill
this
him.
is where he obtains the mask, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
She should say, this is the women's bathroom, please.
I'm sorry, I'm in the loo.
Hello.
You don't know what
Someone's
Michael
in here.
Myers identifies as.
And of
Don't
course,
assume.
this
Yeah,
is-
yeah, you don't. You don't.
and of course, this is
I-
just
I
a,
guess I
this is a
shouldn't say that.
throwback to H2O because Michael likes harassing women in the bathroom.
Hmm.
And that could be a unisex bathroom, actually. So
It probably is.
yep, there's me. I don't know
Oh,
if you guys knew
Oh, that Jaws.
that I was in
Fuck.
there.
That was good.
Oh, that was a good one.
But we don't get to see it.
I know you,
you
want
get to see
that Josh
plenty
come
in this
loose.
movie, though.
It's all CGI.
I think some of the best kills come in the first one, that's for sure. But I just need to rewatch the second.
The first
all
one's
again.
not super violent if you rewatch.
No,
it.
it's not.
just
No,
it's all
it's
for
just
the
good and
vibe and the music.
Yeah, it's got the creep factor for sure. Oh shit!
And what's
I
her
brought
name?
you something.
Pantsless popping popcorn.
I mean, this is very on Michael Myers to like even try to.
I
Scare
like
her
how
through
she
this.
has to wait until she
Yeah.
sees there's teeth before it really upsets her.
But you're right, Carmelo. It's a little uncharacteristic for him to try to creep her out in some way.
Yeah, and I don't think it's like a problem, but I just think we get so little of his personality. That stuff speaks volumes. Like he's fucking with her. He could kick
Oh,
that
she
small
didn't
door
wipe.
down, no problem.
She
Yeah.
didn't wipe Danny.
Oh
No,
god,
she didn't.
That's the worst.
I remember seeing that in the preview. That scream.
Do we know if she was pooping though?
I think so.
He gets a hit on him. He hit him with
Yeah, he
the
does.
That.
But he's not supernatural. So that 75-year-old man just took a crowbar to the mouth, no problem.
Yeah.
Michael
I think
feels
he
no
is
pain.
supernatural though because he survives up being lit on fire at the end of this.
Oh, he's 1,000%.
he's been
She's
shot.
the worst. She grabs the crowbar and instead of helping, she hides.
I don't know if you know this, Rob, but he's been shot 6 times.
Oh, he's been
6
shot
times.
multiple times.
Oh. Ooh, there's the hint at the theme. Oh, the rough life of a podcaster.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when I get murdered doing this show.
Yeah.
You know.
Such a weak death, too.
Hello, the Spider Master.
There's come back to daddy.
There's
There
my
it is.
mask. It looks nothing like the one from 1978.
And thankfully nothing
Yeah,
like the one
exactly.
from like Halloween 5.
Oh, thank God. It's so
It's
bad.
the worst.
1978 was just more white.
This is a good
All
looking
white.
mask though.
This is a much better
it's
mask
a
than
great
a lot of the
mask.
sequels.
It's a good mask.
This is a really good mask.
And the mask has taken a beating over the years, so it should look a
Yeah.
little bit more darker, a little more beat up.
What kind of effort was that from her? EH? I don't know, man.
Oh, she's mixing up her Metamucil right now.
Froze up.
Strawberry flavored.
Metamucil.
That looks like it's strawberry.
She's got her collagen in there for her joints.
Mm-hmm. Some glucosamine.
Ooh, grab the knife. So she has her place just militaried out, total ambush proof.
Well, you would think it was ambush proof, but
But
You'd think
as-
she'd have some HD
they wrote it. They wrote
monitors.
it really well until at the end, and they're like, he just
Yeah,
walks in the house, right?
yeah, we have to let him in somehow.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember a lot about movies I've seen because I'm losing my mind as I get older. But I do recall how I was angry that she didn't walk out and just blast him with the shotgun 8 times when he was walking up to the door.
Yeah, well, I don't know, the spotlights and then the long range rifles. Like
You
every
shoot him,
weapon.
he doesn't die if you shoot him though. You gotta, or I guess burn him. I mean, yeah, it's
I
just
don't know.
yeah,
He falls when you shoot him, right?
yeah.
I mean,
You're right. Yeah,
Cut his head off.
See, I
You
wish
gotta
they would have
just
just
chop
done
his
like
head
a
off.
pure sequel to this, and it's like Laurie, like at the end of the movie, you get like the Bruce Campbell cameo, like
Yeah.
at the end of Evil Dead with Groovy, and it's Laurie watching the news from Santa Barbara, and she's like, good thing I moved from Haddonfield, and just turns it off. That'd have been perfect.
yeah. Justin, he couldn't have stolen a new mask and a rope from the local hardware store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boo. And what's her daughter doing married
You're
to this
dead.
85-year-old?
yeah. I
It's
know. What
Haggard.
the hell?
She married for money.
That's who Lori was stoinking before her daughter, and her daughter doesn't know that.
Oh, I know jujitsu.
I know jujitsu.
I have peanut butter on my penis.
If you ask my wife, that's the main thing I say while watching action movies.
There's
If only
peanut
one of
butter
them
on your
knew.
penis.
If only one of them knew jujitsu. Scene would be over.
And this is a no gun house. This is a safe space. There it is. I knew it.
Oh, should have took the gun.
Oh boy.
Oh, the podcasters
Mm-hmm.
are done for. Son of a bitch.
He's back.
I want to get myself
Who is
one
that
of those
haggard
coats.
old woman over
Yeah,
there?
why you keep staring at me? I'm gonna get laid tonight.
I hope she took her
She needs to
activity. I
use
don't want that hip to
conditioner.
go out again.
Busta Rhymes throwback. Fuck.
Oh god. I don't think I could physically watch.
Well, we all
that
know
Busta
you were there
Rhymes
that
scene
night, Will
anymore.
Patton. I'm sure
Oh god,
Will
that's
Patton
horrible.
has never not started a conversation that I was there that night. Everybody knows.
Oh, Will
He was
Patton,
there.
I'm a huge fan.
He
I
was there every
that
night.
Only thing that's ever happened in this town.
I could never finish Resurrections all the way through. I've tried. I have not been able to in one.
Oh, it's
sitting.
fantastic. Buster Rhymes does jujitsu.
Oh, Halloween
He
Resurrection.
does
oh,
not
god,
do
it's so
jujitsu. I want to
bad.
be clear about that.
Or he does kung fu.
It's so
or
much slow motion
karate.
fighting.
Smooth, by the way. Smooth peanut butter always.
No, it's
Ah,
crunchy. Extra
crunchy,
crunchy
man,
peanut butter.
crunchy for sure.
Extra
Uh,
crunchy
me-
with apple jelly. Apple
Creamy
jelly
peanut
is
butter
the
always.
best
I'm
jelly.
I'm extra crunchy, right with you, Robbie.
Wow, Scotty is the first thing we've ever disagreed on.
I
This
know,
is our
man.
first fight.
What the? Don't
See,
I
look
don't
how
wanna do
they
this.
shoot it to make him look
Doesn't
like
feel
he's
right.
like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, and you know that a carport doesn't have the lights
That
like
many
that.
halogen lights. No,
They
it does
do not have lights like that.
I will eat the smooth.
Yeah,
though.
but this
I do
shot
like
is
it.
awesome. This
It's
is
a great
so
shot.
cool.
It's a great shot, but carport took me out of it a little bit.
I do love this part. This is when it starts.
And
getting
this is what
good.
I'm talking about. Like Haddonfield seems like this, like especially in the sequels, it is like this redneck bumpkin town. And so it's like, yeah, I think Lori could leave, or at least
Scotty's
just go to the next county.
Scotty's
but
getting a
this
little.
pumpkin-
Scotty's,
Bumpkin towns across America are full of people who
getting
should
dark?
leave and
Scotty's
don't.
getting a little dark.
I'm just
Oh,
saying
yeah,
she
yeah,
has all
look
the
there.
motivation to leave said bumpkin town.
Ooh, there it
And
is.
she seems to be doing well for herself. Guns are expensive.
Weapon
It's
of
true.
choice.
Kitchen islands that can move are expensive.
Yeah.
This shot is just fucking. I love this shit. This is great.
Is this all one? Are we all one so far?
There was a split after he picked up the hammer in the garage, but
Okay.
And then there was a cut when he killed her off camera.
there wasn't a cut. He just kills her, and then we go in the kitchen.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a cut.
The scene reminds me of
There
another.
might have been a hidden cut. but there
See,
was no
he
cut.
walked away
Scene.
from that baby.
There probably was a cut right there.
Well, they
Well,
have
Maybe
to
he
keep
doesn't
giving-
care about the baby because the
They
baby's
have
not
to
like
keep
a
giving
person.
cuts
It's
for
like-
Nick Castle because of his trick knee.
James Hart's watching from Glasgow, Scotland. Thanks, James.
Hey,
Say hi
Awesome,
to our boy.
man.
Will
What time is
Greer.
it in
He's over there.
Glasgow right now? Thank you, James.
yeah. What time is it, James? Let us know. Is
We don't
Will
know
in
what time
Scotland?
it is. I think Will's in UK.
I thought he's in UK.
Well, same. I guess Scotland.
Well, I guess it is. Yeah, it's North UK.
All right, quick question. If you were as brutal as Michael, if you could just like single-handedly crush someone's head and you could just stab someone in the face and not like react at all, if you were that truly emotionless, how many people you think you could kill before the cops took you down? Like just
Oh.
this, walking up and down the street, go into a house, kill everyone in the house, go to the next house. Like if you just
Dude.
wanted to murder as many people as possible with your bare hands. and
I mean, if there, it just depends on how big the crowd was. Endless amounts. I often have.
Endless amounts.
I often wish I could be put in a
Danny,
simulation.
how many
That would be
14-year-olds
cool.
could
Yeah.
you murder on
Ooh.
Halloween night
I
before you
would
go?
love to be put in a simulation where there is just unlimited 10-year-olds in front of me, and you just see how many you can knock out.
Oh yeah.
And you
Every
just
time,
go.
every time I hear that Joe Rogan clip, it reminds me of Danny. That do you think you could beat up 25 14-year-olds?
Fuck yeah.
I will fucking destroy. 14.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
will
absolutely.
destroy 25, 14-year-olds. You don't even know.
So-
I'll
Besides the
destroy-
one that weighs like 280.
I'll destroy 25,
Fights.
18-year-olds. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think up to 21 is when it starts to go down a little bit.
Yeah.
and then we're gonna get a CGI knife in the back of the neck.
You do love that reflection on the window, though, and then
It's
he
so good.
appears in the living room.
There it is.
And
Oh,
Ah,
I love it.
Fudge.
I love it.
it's
That
just
was
so
pretty awesome.
fake.
What are you talking? It looks
What are you-
great.
Yeah, what the fuck are
It
you
looks
talking about,
awful.
Rob?
You could have done that physically.
Well, the blinds
hold
are
on,
kind of
the
covering
incel,
it.
The incel's talking again.
Do that with your ass.
Oh, it wouldn't be a horror movie without
Justin
a raid
also
scene.
thinks he could kill an endless number of people.
It wouldn't.
Endless.
Especially on Halloween.
1 a.m. in Glasgow, by the way.
Well,
All right,
yeah,
1 a.m.
yeah.
Wow, thank you so much.
and you can
James.
tell how edgy they are because they're throwing gender conformity to the wind.
Oh,
Pandemic
but this
thru-
is, but
thumbs
this is
through
at their
forehead.
school, to be clear, right?
Yes.
This is happening in the school gym.
I think back, I guess all the teenage girls that Michael Myers has killed in his past, how many do you think there's been? More girls than guys, I'd have to say.
Yeah, he doesn't kill a lot of dudes. In the first one, I think it's only the one guy, right?
Yeah. So those are probably the best kills.
Yeah.
But they're all great. They're all great.
Grandmother.
This actress, by the way, in Halloween Ends, super attractive. In this one, she's like, playing a teenager, so I don't really think much of her. But you see her in Halloween Ends, and I just thought she was super gorgeous.
Check it out.
Same
It also
actress.
goes to show you how terrible this movie is. None of them have iPhones. They're all on Androids.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
this isn't unfriended, Rob. They're on MacBooks. The
You
whole
know as
And
well as
that's
I do.
an
Like,
iPhone.
No, that is not an iPhone.
Android,
It's got the white. It's an old iPhone.
Android must have a deal with
It's
them.
a droid.
Android sponsor this.
Yep, Android sponsor.
Well, they needed all the help they could get to cover Jamie Lee's, makeup to try to make her look less like Skeletor.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is going back to of the girl babysitting and
Yeah.
the first one.
I actually like this little kid. The little kid is good in this.
Even the decor.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at those pillows. The decor is like 70s.
I like the wallpaper too.
Yeah.
Wallpaper's making a big comeback.
carpet on the stairs.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I like this actress, by the way. She was in Marvel's Runaways. She hopefully does more stuff. She's pretty good.
You could probably get her.
Hmm.
For
You mean
something.
like get her in a movie or like?
in a
get
movie?
her?
Yes, in a movie.
Yes.
So my wife and I are going as Chucky and the Bride of Chucky for Halloween.
Oh,
this year.
nice.
And we wore the costumes yesterday. And my brother looked at me and he's like, "How did you agree to this? You were wearing fucking overalls. At least your wife is in like a dress and a leather jacket. She can walk into a bar and pull still. You can't pull anybody dressed like a ginger."
No.
This is true. It's so
And that's what
terrible.
I kept saying. Eric Stoltz is deformed with his gingerness,
That's I see your point.
with
I
his
think you're ta-
soulless freckles and his
Eric Stoltz
gingeries.
is- I'm not talking about Eric Stoltz. I'm talking about
His character, the mask.
That was
Isn't that
Eric
what it-
Stoltz.
no, dude. There's like a dude. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know where to.
Is there
begin, though.
another deformed redhead?
Jason's right. This kid should have come back. In fact, I'm surprised if he's not in Ends. Maybe I just didn't notice him.
They couldn't
um,
afford.
James, who is Mr. Elrod?
I want to know how this broke bumpkin town can afford like a $750,000 Halloween prom.
Yeah, this. I mean, look at that stage. Look at the lights.
They sell wrapping paper. It's a way to raise funds for your school.
Haddonfield sells wrapping paper.
Oh, he's talking to
oh
Tigger.
no, this is not good.
It's Rocky Dennis. Rocky Dennis from.
Oh yeah,
Hold on.
That was
wait.
You
forehead
gotta have
guy's
some.
name.
You gotta have some
the big
balls
forehead guy.
to kiss another girl at a party when you know your
Oh,
girlfriend.
I'm
is
sorry,
there.
but
Dude,
did you see
yeah,
the
come
other
on.
one? He's
No,
got
How do you do that?
he's got homely Clyde Barrow waiting for him. Or
Rob,
he's
I
got-
don't disagree with you.
Tigger.
Cat girl here is gorgeous, but my point is, he knows his girlfriend is there.
Oh, you're right, Carmel. You're right. Eric Stoltz plays Rocky Dennis in Mask
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's right. So you're probably thinking of
Oh, he's gaslighting her
them.
He's
now.
gaslighting her. Yep.
Oh man, he deserves everything now.
You do have
The
your,
kid's like
81 when
17, and
Michael
you're really
Myers steals
lecturing
from
him
the old
over
couple
having a
making
couple
a
of
scene with
drinks.
This kid.
Good, James. It's a good kill.
It's not precious. It's probably a pay by the minute.
Was that a jar
Walmart
of pudding?
toy.
What was
I
it?
think it was
I think that
pudding.
is pudding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
It
see,
was
that's what the directors had to come up with something that was cooler than fruit
Is
punch.
this the
They
hors
were
d'oeuvre
like, "What if her
corner?
phone ends up in a jar of pudding?"
The punch corner?
Yeah.
Why isn't no one getting any goodies?
I know. Why don't they spike the
that whole
punch?
room is untouched. There's
Yeah,
even
what's
like,
going on there?
Yeah. And well, the
No
best
one's
part
over
about
there.
it is, they wrote this whole stupid scene just to get rid of her phone when she
oh
could have
yeah,
just
for sure.
tripped
for
and
sure.
broke her phone.
Yeah,
Her battery could have died. Oh, I've been texting all night. That happens all the fucking time.
that's
that
just the
would've been
VIP
enough.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, "We need to try to make this movie as long as possible. Let's do."
EH said it was a punch bowl full of peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
creamy peanut
There
butter,
we go.
the good kind.
It was her dad's peanut butter that he got on his penis.
That's right.
Ooh, the slow drying of the massive knife. I wonder what's going to happen.
The infamous kitchen knife. Was that the original kitchen knife? See, I wonder if that's traveled through all these. Ooh.
I do appreciate this guy. He brought props.
Yes.
He's like the carrot head or carrot
Carrot
man.
top.
Carrot
He-
top.
He changed hats though. I guess he's a scarecrow.
And I will say, in this movie, compared to some of the others, at least these teenagers appear to be teens and not 37 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
is, I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I really feel bad for how they tried to make Laurie look much older than she should be.
You
Dude,
cannot.
you're really playing that up way too hard.
Oh, fucking
Oh,
come
she bought
here.
it though. She bought it.
I know, but it's
Oh.
not even a good tattoo.
She got frisky there. Man.
It's just one of those high school nights where you just dry hump the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
For like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like-
Blue Ball City.
yeah.
And then you get a hand job with no lotion that you have to pretend like you're enjoying.
You know,
It's been a long time. That's a horrible memory. I'm traumatized. I live in a small fortress because I'm so traumatized by such a hand job.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I've had him before.
James
Like,
said,
thanks.
"Say hi to my kids." My little baby was just back there, I guess.
Oh,
Danny, you ever see that meme that's like the
Thanks,
secret to a
James.
good hand job is use your mouth?
I haven't seen that one. That's a good saying.
That's good.
Little Asa.
I'm your boogeyman. Boogeyman. There you go, Rob.
turn me
Rob
on.
Zombie for you.
I'm really missing Rob Zombie actually right now.
If you want, we'll do it next week. I'll do it both, and we'll do a double feature. Rob Zombie 1 and 2.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Emily Hunter wants to see it.
I don't know if we could do a double feature, but you could pick your poison on one or two.
I was a White Zombie fan, not much of a Rob Zombie fan.
I do enjoy White Zombie.
Yeah, White Zombie was the classic. That's like
only
what I grew up with.
only the first or that their big one, the More Human Than Human album.
Yeah,
Ast-
well, I
Astro
like-
Creep 2000.
Astro
Creep.
Creep and La Sexorcista was good too. The one before that, Devil Music Volume 2, they called it.
Yeah, Les Exorcisto. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh god,
You fucking kidding me?
gotcha.
She didn't even check that room.
This
Well,
guy's
And
too
again, like
cool
this
for
is like
school.
Michael's first chance out. He's 40 years. He's been locked up, and he's like going to take 30 minutes and hide in this kid's closet.
Well, yeah,
There's
but up
so
until
many
he's
other
catching
people.
his-
There's just so
he's
many
catching
people he
his
could
breath.
be murking.
He just killed
Yeah.
like 16 people walking up and down the street. He's catching
And
his
who's
breath.
and
He's
who's
like
still
70.
and who's still air drying their clothes like that?
You got to bring them in before it gets dark.
I mean, they have a dryer in that house.
I think I fell out of sync. Where are we at? Is the kid walking into the room with a cigarette?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
We're watching the same thing.
I think I X'd out of the player and accident.
No, you didn't. You could just enter right back in again. Oh, you just
Yeah.
did. You just did, right?
Yeah, I did.
You
Oh,
joined
okay.
the party.
Do teenagers really still smoke these days?
I think
No,
it's
they
a
vape.
joint.
They vape.
They vape. Well,
Or they
Robin knows all
joint
about
it.
that.
Yeah, I know
think
all
some
about the
kids
vaping.
do.
Dude, I would have if I would have came home and this
That's a
punk
joint
was
that he
on my
has? Oh, it is.
motorcycle.
That might be a joint.
That's a joint though.
That
for
is a
sure.
joint. They did talk about smoking weed
Do
too.
people still like pick up smoking these days?
James Hart says Halloween 2 not only sucks, it blows.
Yeah. Watching what? Halloween 2018.
I'm gonna
It sucks.
I'm gonna
Don't worry.
teach my high schooler how to walk around
What?
with a to-go humidor
Yeah.
full of Monte Cristos.
That's hell yeah. All his friends are gonna be vaping. He's gonna pull out like this
He's gonna pull out a whole
massive
bunch-
cigar.
He's gonna pull
Oh
out-
shit!
Oh, I love the music. I love it.
Yeah,
Well, they
so-
still had Carpenter do the
She
music.
slips on nothing.
that
And
floor was
doesn't get
just
up. Like
waxed.
roll,
It
move.
was just waxed.
Go. Turn around. Use your legs.
Yeah, fucking do something, anything. I'll go get help.
Help me!
He's
Oh.
waiting. I'm gonna
Oh.
die. This
Fingernails.
is the hottest girl that will ever touch
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Oh god. He leaves. Oh, he's going up.
There's a little throwback to a little head tilt.
Is James saying Halloween 2 sucks?
You don't like Halloween 2, James?
I like
love that
Halloween.
movie.
I like Halloween 2. I think it's better than 3.
While we're at an in between here, I just want to make a statement. Deadstream is awesome. Everyone should watch it. I love it. Let's
You
keep
gotta
going.
watch it tonight.
Are these the same 3 kids in Halloween Kills, or are they just? Is it just also a throwback to Halloween?
I haven't seen Halloween Kills,
How have
and-
you not?
I haven't
and
seen
Rob
Halloween
left
Kills.
us for some reason. I don't know
either.
what he's doing.
How
I
have you
haven't
not
seen-
seen Halloween? Now that Rob's not here, real quick, Halloween Kills is awesome, and so is Halloween Ends.
Okay,
They're
I'll
both
watch
good.
it now. Now I
They're,
will
they're
watch.
only bad because
Oh
they
my God.
dare to do anything remotely different than the original Halloween.
All we're hearing is Rob
Holy
giggling and yelling,
He's being very loud. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Can we mute his
and I
mic?
can hear Reagan. I think. All right. Anyways, what's going on?
You can mute Rob's mic.
Oh,
Can I?
Can you?
oh, it's still there.
Let's see if I can.
Jeez, God.
Oh,
No.
I can.
Oh,
Done.
good. Just do it anyway then.
Yeah, just
Done.
leave it muted. We just muted you out.
I had to mute you, Rob, because you're giggling and making noise.
No, they gave me some candy that was it was black licorice covered in chocolate.
Oh,
Ew.
oh! You want me to sue him
Ew.
for you? That's terrible.
That is
An
not.
assault.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Oh, the Rob Zombie Halloween 2. I got you, James
Okay.
Hart. Okay. We're on
Rob,
the
you
same
missed my
page.
statement, my positive statement about Deadstream.
Much agreed. Much agreed.
Oh, Deadstream's fan. Oh, it's still there. It's
So
like
good.
stuck in my
It's
teeth.
so good. I loved it even more a day after I watched it.
No, I don't want any more of it. Go away.
Anyways,
No, Deadstream's fantastic. Oh,
another statement. I watched Dash Cam, which is a Blumhouse found footage movie, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it was almost unwatchable because of all the camera movement. I'm just saying it proves that you can do a basic iPhone movie and have Blumhouse pick it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a Mars bar, and it's delicious, but we all ate it.
Fish tank.
That was fine.
so disgusting.
I just want to say how grateful I am that I got to share a part of Halloween with the 3 of you this year, and we all got to go to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah,
together.
that,
Oh,
that was amazing.
Loved
man.
how, dude.
I wish we were there.
I wish
right
we were
now.
there right now.
Yeah, I'd go back if we were there. I would go back
Ooh.
every night.
Fucking in the
I'll
water
have you
tank.
know that Elliot, my son, is obsessed with "Save Your Tears," that song right now by The Weeknd,
Oh yeah.
and he listens to it like 8 times a day. And every time I hear it, it just brings me back to Halloween Horror Nights because of the Weeknd Haunted House.
The Weeknd had a haunted house there, and that song premiered inside of the haunted house.
And so I actually don't
Parts of
mind
it.
hearing it 8 times consecutively in a row.
I love the Weekend D.
Oh.
I just think about you guys. I hear the weekend, and I'm like, oh.
I just think
Uh,
how Rob got shafted.
Yeah, Rob
and
got
didn't join
shafted.
us.
Yeah.
Rob, I love your family and I love Savannah, but at the moment I realized that there were no express passes, I would have told him, you guys can't come anymore.
Wow.
I'd be like, it's not happening.
Yeah,
Rob-
and Rob missed the Halloween haunted house.
I think Rob's flossing.
Best one.
Rob's
I
flossing.
am flossing. I'm trying to get this out of my mouth.
You mean Deadstream or the black chocolate licorice?
Black Chocolate Deadstream was fantastic.
Oh, look, there he is.
Oh, this guy's
I
roasted.
would so much rather be watching Deadstream right now.
We should have done a live.
could
Oh,
have
she
done
got
it.
him.
Did she?
I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, she kind
Yeah.
of winged him because she's a terrible shot.
1031.
She hits him dead on when it's the mirror up above.
She
What'd
clips
what'd
him
that
with a
date say
shoulder
on the
shot.
guy's tat? 1031 something.
Maybe
10/31,
it was the
18.
date. Yeah.
Oh.
James Hart wants to know our opinions on Season of the Witch.
I love Season of the Witch.
I
Which
like
one
it
is
as a-
Season of the Witch?
I like it as just a standalone movie.
As a standalone movie, I think it's a lot of fun. I think.
Yes.
You mean the Nick Cage movie?
I was just thinking that same thing.
The Halloween 3.
But
Season of
no,
the Witch.
we're talking about Halloween 3.
I
I
think
love Tom
Halloween 3.
Atkins.
I think Halloween 3 is fantastic. And I think they tried to do that with their last movie that they did, but because they're terrible writers, producers, and actors, they couldn't pull it off.
I like it as a standalone movie, not part of the Halloween series.
No,
though.
it's a fantastic standalone movie.
Yes.
As the sequels got
words,
worse
Tom
and
Atkins,
worse
yes.
and worse. I really wish Halloween would have turned into an anthology franchise, a new
I
story
agree.
every year,
I know.
not an anthology movie, but a new
I
story
agree
every
with
year.
you on
Great.
I agree.
Because it frustrates the shit out of me how they do a sequel that's the same, it's a homage, everyone hates it. They do a sequel that's different, everyone hates it. The only thing that could have kept this franchise going was a different movie set on Halloween
Yeah.
every year. That would have been, they could have done that for 40 years. It could have been a 40-year fucking franchise.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
James, you don't like the advert in it? I mean, that was the catchy part, the whole
Yeah.
basis of the
Silver Shamrock. Yeah, I love it.
Who is
really
this
needs
old
to
woman,
use-
officers?
She really needs to
Hello?
use some thickening conditioner.
You appear to be having dementia in your elderly
told her
state.
no-
My name is Dr. Sartain. I have some pills for you.
So this
Come here,
movie
please.
does something meta that I like, that I think addresses Rob's criticism, and I'm not sure.
Nothing addresses my criticism.
I'm not sure you're giving it due credit, because your criticism, which is a good one, is this movie's called Halloween. It's not called Laurie Strode. It should be about Michael. It doesn't have to be about Laurie Strode.
I don't
I
think
think-
it has to be about Michael. I just think it has to. The only thing.
Well, we're agreed on that. Yeah, we're
The
agreed.
only thing that Halloween has, period, if you count the sequels, if you don't count the sequels, is Haddonfield. That is the only thing. The Myers house and Haddonfield. That's the only thing that really, because they kill Laurie off, they don't kill her off. She comes back. She doesn't come back. She comes back again. Oops, it was all a dream.
It's not Haddonfield and H2O. That's the one you like.
That's the only one. And I
Long-
actually like
long
that one
sleeves.
because it is more of a sequel.
Long sleeves under short sleeves.
My
Josh
point.
Hartnett.
My point is,
Josh Hartnett.
you
yeah.
you make the point, and you're right, that this is not about Laurie, and this movie is about how everyone thinks it's about her, and it's not. This doctor thinks it's about her. She thinks it's about her. The podcasters think it's about her,
But
and
it
so
ends
does
up-
the audience.
But it
But
ends up being about
You know who doesn't
her.
give a fuck about her? Michael doesn't give a fuck.
No, it does. The kill that he kills is he kills people closest to her granddaughter. I know it's all like coincidence, but he's running right parallel with her the whole time, and she won't shut up.
Yeah, I just disagree. I think this whole movie was about how it's not about her, and how she has to kind of deal with that.
But she doesn't deal with it because he shows up on her front porch, and we have 2 more sequels all about her. Even the second sequel, where
Right.
she does nothing,
He
she
shows up
sits
on
in
her
a
front
hospital
porch.
room. It's still about her.
Well, she thinks it is, but then it ends up not being. She keeps saying that in the second one. She's like, "He's coming here for me. He's coming here."
Well,
And
that's
he
my
doesn't.
biggest criticism is that they're trying to erase the Sam Hain, Laurie Thorne connection. So just get rid of Laurie, but they couldn't because a straight up money grab to put Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
That's fair. That's why they kept her in it. But also, I think the fans wanted to see her in it, and so did this doctor. This
But I mean-
doctor.
But I
is
mean, the,
all
Johnny
the
the
Depp.
fans.
doctor's okay because Loomis is the most important character. Unfortunately, he's gone, so we have this doctor. But I mean,
But this doctor is the fans. He represents everyone who wants to see Laurie and Michael fight, and he goes so far as to literally drive Michael to her doorstep to get her to fight him.
I honestly don't see this movie not making money with or without Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
So I
this
mean, I
movie's
don't
trying to
think
do
the
something
fans
cool
were
with-
clamoring to see an 85-year-old Jamie Lee Curtis
I think it helped.
have
though.
all this backstory and then still get her ass handed to her by Michael Myers and
But it
still
is-
have 2 more sequels.
I think it's
They
time
announced
for.
2 sequels planned in the bucket.
I think it's time for Rob O'Neill's Halloween.
Yes, it's
And
time.
if it was my
Yes.
Halloween, I say it's shot well, it looks good, it's acted poorly because of Jamie Lee Curtis.
She does.
She's a
fine.
good actress.
She's
That
a
part
good
I
actress.
don't agree with that. It's
You can't name one good thing she's done except for True Lies.
Trading Places.
Trading,
And
I
she
just
was-
did it. Done.
Trading Places, she was topless. That was it. But there's a lot better looking women in the 80s that could have been topless. In
I didn't say
Trading
she was
Places.
good looking in Trading Places. I said she was a good actress in Trading Places, and I like that movie.
there's
Let's look
probably a big fan base for Jamie Lee Curtis though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people have watched this just because she's in it.
Yeah. and Can you name a better grudge match in horror other than like? I mean, no, this is it. It's Michael and Laurie Strode. That is the quintessential like virgin survivor girl versus the serial killer.
But
That's
she's
it.
not a virgin. She's 117 with a 65-year-old daughter.
She was a virgin in the first one.
We
Does
don't
this
know
guy
that.
really
She
think
just
he's gonna be
she
getting
wasn't.
some?
We think that she was because she's so frumpy and hideous in the first one compared to PJ Souls. And
Agree that
everybody
PJ
else.
Souls is hotter in the first one.
Does Rocky Dennis really think he's going to get laid?
Well, I mean, he left his fedora at home, so I don't know how he is, milady.
That's why Jamie Lee Curtis is in Knives Out. That's right. That movie's pretty.
She
good.
was good in Knives Out. I like that.
Yeah, she was pretty good in that.
And they're supposed to be doing a sequel to that.
That's
with,
right.
Well, it's a different the detective Craig
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in
James
college.
Bond.
Looks
James
I heard
Bond.
it's even better than the first one.
What's his name? God damn it, Daniel
Daniel
Craig.
Craig.
Yeah, yep. Allison.
All right, let's get back on the movie here. What's going on?
Yep. Well, he likes Allison now because
Yeah, he made
See,
his
again,
move.
there he is.
But he's
like
a gross
hanging around
incel, so she
Allison.
rejected him.
Yep.
And yeah.
He ate too much guacamole.
And whose just random backyard are you in screaming? See, what would have
I
been
feel
better is
bad
that
for
this
him.
is actually that Mr. Elrod, the neighbor, and he kills him because he's just sick and tired of kids cutting through his yard.
That would have been better.
It would have been so much better.
Right, cutting through my yard.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's
Oh,
like
the lights are
just
out.
too much dialogue, and it's just not good. They
He
were
said the
feeding me
same
sexy
thing.
guacamole.
I
Yeah, he
used to
said the
cut through
same
the
thing like
yard.
3 times.
I used to cut through the yard behind my house when I was growing up, and I thought I was like getting away with murder.
Oh, we used to cut all the way. It'd be the shortcuts.
Yeah.
We had a friend that lived behind us. We'd just cut through the neighbor's yard. They always tell us to stop. But, like, we never
I
did.
don't know if they always told us to stop.
I
but-
guess it was the old people on the left side that never saw us. Who's turning the lights out?
Ty and
Well,
Draco's in the house. Hi, Ty.
Oh, what's
How
up,
are you?
Ty? Get back
Oh,
to your-
Ty!
Get
Right
back to your
time.
research, Ty. Get off here. Get back to your research. I need
What's
to
up,
see some
Ty?
results.
What's up, brother?
I'm just so bored. At least Rob Zombies wasn't boring.
This
This
movie's
is-
great, man. I just don't understand.
Oh.
It's action packed. He kills like 100 people. It's got cool shots.
You
It's
can't
well
satisfy
acted.
Rob. You
He's
can't
only killed
satisfy
like
Rob.
3 people so far.
This is what Rob looked like when he was little. When he was his
Yeah.
age.
He's killed the
Little
gas
Oscar.
station attendant. He killed the 2 podcasters.
They're all
He
off
killed
camera.
the mechanic.
They were all
He-
off camera. It doesn't
No,
count
the
unless you
podcasters
see
he
it.
kills on camera.
Rob gets killed. Little.
Oh,
little-
that does look like little Rob.
It is.
Little
Well,
Rob. When,
I
when
had
Rob was 18.
bleach blonde hair when I was that
Wow.
age.
Ooh, I do like this music. I do like this music.
Ty says he needs a break from director interviews.
Oh, you ain't been interviewing any directors. Get out of town here.
Hey,
Oh,
who you
maybe
been
you were wa-
interviewing, Ty?
He was probably watching the commentary and featurettes though. Ty's for
Did
you
he find
guys.
it?
He's
if
our
he
new
found-
researcher.
Ty's doing
if he
some
found
research
the
for us right
director
now
of
for
that movie we gave him. That's pretty
for
impressive.
next movie. Ty's doing some research for us.
Yeah, and he's watching director interviews.
I'll
Yeah,
give
they're-
you a
they
little
do get boring.
give you a jump start on it. The next movie we're covering is It's Alive, 1987. Rob, 94,
74.
74. Yeah, 10 years off.
Yeah.
How old is that
At first
guy?
glance, that cop looks like the guy from God, from Firefly. What's the main actor's name?
Oh, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah,
Yeah. He did kind of a first glance, Fillion.
first glance, just first glance.
Yep, 74. Ty knows 74. I know the date.
I sent him the Blu-ray
Who
trilogy.
didn't deserve to die?
In the
I mean,
franchise?
none of these people really deserves to die. I mean,
I don't know. The
The
incel deserved to die. That babysitter did. She did a poor job
Loomis did not
checking
deserve
that
to
closet.
die.
I mean, I think the point is sort of none of them did. He sort of kills these innocent people. It's
Well,
sort
we
of
don't know
better
how
with-
innocent these people are.
You know, yeah, but what could they have done that warrants the kind of murder?
Well,
they
I
got?
can probably. I mean, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis is probably a child predator.
We know that Will Patton's innocent.
Yeah, Will Patton's a good guy.
Maybe
Well,
question.
no, because they erase his good guyness in one of the sequels.
If they don't erase it, they just compromise it because of Michael. I
That's pretty
guess.
compromised.
Maybe the question is who did deserve to die?
Oh my God! Did you know Mustafa Akkad was murdered?
What?
Yeah, in a terrorist bombing.
No
Oh my
way!
God, in a hotel in Jordan in 2005.
No, he was not.
Wow.
He was. Yeah, Malik Akkad is his son. Oh my
Oh,
God!
I did not know that.
Wow.
Look at all
Jamie
the
Lee
movies
Curtis first met Malik Akkad when he was 7 on the set of the first movie.
Jeez.
Mustafa Akkad. See, that's why all these other movies haven't been made because he's dead. That's crazy.
And here's my basement. That is
That
useless.
basement. That
Yep.
basement looks like. I mean, she must have dug that extra deep because that's what it looks like 10
Yeah,
foot
it's like
ceilings.
10 foot. I was about to say. It's a lot of square footage.
Jinx.
Yeah. A lot of headroom down there.
Damn. A lot of room to give head down there.
Yeah.
Jamie just popped those dentures out and go to work.
Yep.
No, it's not. That's a 22. There's no
She's got
stopping
the,
power
she's
in
got
that
the
gun.
crossbow there too.
Sure, that was the 22.
Yep, Marlin 22.
The director said no conditioner or shampoo for her.
Well, it's a wig, and they did not condition nor shampoo the wig.
What's the director's name again?
David
Garth
Gordon
had a
Green.
cameo.
David Gordon Green.
In 81? I didn't know that, James. Dana Carvey?
Dude, this guy is Johnny Depp. It's really Johnny Depp. It's
Oh. Old Johnny Depp?
yeah.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Johnny
Look at
Depp. Oh, he does. Like from
Completely.
the Tusk movie.
Oh my god.
Keep your eyes open. There he is.
Here we go. He's got that orange tint.
Oh shit! I didn't know PJ Souls is in this. She's a teacher in the high school in the beginning.
Oh!
Shh.
There's no way a 70-year-old knees could have handled that.
No.
Never.
Johnny says they should have had a Ghost of Limits in this, sort of like Obi-Wan, you know.
And with this doctor's accent, how did you not know he was an evil villain? Tell him, Patton.
Do it.
The ghost of who? Oh, the ghost of Loomis. See, there's the pen.
Loomis. Yeah. Ghost of Loomis. Oh, shit.
What's happening?
Even got his torn rotator cuff, and he's still owning him.
Don't worry though, because they figured out. Oops, we probably need that character again.
Yeah.
Who did the sheriff just kill him? I just missed that.
No, the
No,
doctor stabs
The evil
sheriff.
doctor.
Oh, why did he do that?
Because he's evil, Dr. Loomis, and he wants Michael alive.
Nobody knows why he did that. It makes no sense.
He wants Michael to fight Laurie because he's trying to provoke some reaction out of Michael other than silence and murder.
I cannot believe that. Will
Maybe
Patton,
he should just
come
try to
on.
give him a hand job right now then.
Yeah.
Michael would rip his hand off. Michael would never tolerate that.
I love
He'd
you,
get a
Michael.
reaction, maybe.
I love you.
I mean, he'd have to pull out the lotion, of course. Ty said changed over to YouTube, and I can minimize you guys, but still hear you. Good. Get back to work. No, Ty, we really appreciate it.
No,
No,
we're
Ty, but
fully-
seriously, get back to work.
All jokes aside. Oh, he's
Look at this
the doctor.
psycho putting on the mask.
He is crazy. This
Can you
guy. I
imagine
forgot
how-
about that part. I
Can you
forgot.
imagine how moist and how it smells on the inside of that thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and like this one
that
arm,
saliva smell.
this one armed 70-year-old doctor is dragging 285 pounds of Myers to the car, and she's just like, "We're cool." Like, just dive on the doctor. Get out of there.
She can't get. I guess she can't open from the inside. Why did he put the mask on? It makes no sense.
No, it makes
He's just
no sense.
he's a fetish.
He's
just
fetishy
got it
with
going.
that. He's got a mad erection right now.
Mm-hmm. Here's the reasoning.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know what he means. Like keeps like, is he just not ate for 40 years? Like, is he some kind of science experiment? What's kept him alive for 40 years is y'all feeding him. It's okay, don't worry. He comes back. Good.
That
as
was a
new in the next movie.
hyperextension. Oh, he definitely hyperextended those knees.
They pulled a zombie in this a little bit, like with Danielle Harris being, no way Danielle Harris lived, butchered, and then she comes back in the second movie,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
as a cheerleader,
It's
like
just
right
to get
as
Danielle
rain.
Harris back again.
I know.
No
And
arthritis.
and you know she's loving it.
She's great. I like Danielle Harris. She's good in those Hatchet movies too.
I've only seen the first one.
I have never seen any of them.
They're all right, you know.
She seems like, I don't know. I shouldn't voice any opinions on. I just think some of these girls that have, and not even only girls, some of these guys that have been in shit they're just still milking it really, really hardcore.
Oh, Danielle Harris is trying to milk it. Just nobody wants Danielle Harris.
I want to give a shout out to this cute affectation from James Hart, who says the inside of Michael's mask must smell like someone shit in your kettle, which is so cute because in America, not most of us have kettles.
No. Shit in your kettle.
I sure don't. My mom did.
That's
Savannah,
great,
yes,
James. I love it.
Savannah has an electric kettle.
Here in
Crock-pot?
America, more of us have guns than kettles. It's probably
Oh, I
true.
definitely have more guns in this house than kettles.
Like,
for sure.
would a kettle be like a crock pot? Like what?
I think
what's,
it's like,
what's a
yeah, like a
kettle?
tea kettle.
It's like a teapot.
Oh,
right?
kettle. Yeah, okay,
Somebody-
that makes sense. A teapot.
Is this the guy from Scotland or something?
Yeah, James from Scotland.
Okay.
So is Michael Myers in the back of the car right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me go and I'll tell you what.
She said Michael whispered sweet nothings in her ear.
She said that?
Yeah. And then she's like, if you pull over, I'll tell you what he told me. So not only is the doctor a psychopath, but he's a complete moron.
James Hart said teapot. I don't even think we have those. I think it's all just Keurigs. Everyone just has a Keurig in America.
I have a teapot like in my cabinet, my kitchen cabinet.
I actually don't drink tea or coffee, so I don't have really a use for.
I don't drink tea or coffee either.
Hot tea. I'll drink hot tea from now and now.
I do like a good afternoon tea. Like
I do
if we're
drink
getting
coffee.
fancy though. Like Shannon loves to go to the Brown Palace here in Denver and have afternoon tea.
Well, I only
Anyways.
drink coffee if it's pumpkin spice.
Yeah, see, you got the cold brew, the pumpkin
Yep.
cream.
All right,
Pumpkin
and
cream
here we
cold
are.
brew, and you got to have it with six
Dude.
pumps of pumpkin.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
I'm sorry. Whenever I hear the word pumps, I just think of like pumps of human semen coming out of a penis.
That's what it is. It's delicious.
That's the measurement. You see,
Speaking of-
semen's delicious, Rob? Is that what you
Speaking
said?
No,
of-
if it tasted like pumpkin
Now-
cream cold brew.
Now Nathan Fillion lookalike just gave me a vibe of Ralph Fiennes.
Oh yeah.
you mean Ralph
I see
Fiennes?
that.
This guy is a chameleon. He just shapeshifts on command.
Say something. Oh God.
Come on, Rob. And
No,
you
that
tell
was
us we don't
good.
see anything.
That was
See?
good. That was like the first
That
good
was a
on
great
camera
kill.
kill.
You know that they just replaced his head with like a freaking melon.
Yeah, and they filled it like red. It looked like red Jello.
Yeah.
What are you eating, Indy?
Speaking of semen, I was at this the Shining Ball last night at the Stanley.
That
and
looked awesome.
Yeah.
I was a sailor, and this drunk girl kept following me and Liz around and calling me semen. He's a
Lovely.
seaman. I'm like, oh God, it was. And her friend finally drug her away.
I love how Haddonfield can't afford actual radios, so they're trying to talk to each other on the intercoms of the car.
I love this. James Hart says pumps in Scotland means fart.
That's
I love
weird.
it.
Now I know when I go to Scotland,
Oh, but his head looks okay there.
dude. That was what?
Did
Wait,
it?
what?
His head looked okay there?
Yeah.
I
I
missed
mean,
it.
there's goo
Wait
around
a
it, but it wasn't
second.
flat.
What?
I just. Can we go
It's-
back?
It's not a.
We can't
No,
go
we
back.
can't go back.
Oh man.
I mean, it's not like in perfect condition.
It's
No, I
not
saw his
a-
mustache still.
It's not a legit horror movie unless there's some continuity errors.
What the hell?
And really,
I
and
saw
it's
his
really
whole
good on
face.
Lori to have a room full of mannequins, just in case somebody breaks into your house.
I grant you that part is a little contrived.
And then it's always brilliant to cut all the lights off in your house so you can't see.
And I
Beauty
probably would
is-
have replaced that wood paneling by now.
Oh, that old T111.
Oh, it's cabiny. I like
she
it. It's
can't
a good
afford to
cabiny
replace
feel.
it. She put all her money into the guns.
That's true.
Dude, that was a screw up. I think the doctor's whole face was there at that cut.
Good boy.
Hey, James says if we come to Scotland, they'll show us around. Heck yeah, man.
Nice. I'm actually 50% Scottish.
Get out
Nice.
of town.
Scotland.
No, we
cool.
did the 23andMe DNA
I don't think you're
stuff.
50%.
It
There's
was
no
like
way.
it was like 48 or something. You
All
just
right.
got to round up. I do like how Lori must not like him, so she gave him that little 38.
You can have my small gun.
Yeah, when they don't answer, walk on out there some more. There you go.
I'll have you know I've been holding massive amounts of urine in my body for a while now.
Yeah,
You
well,
can go pee. We'll carry this conversation.
I might.
What,
I might.
you don't have an empty bottle or anything?
I got an empty bourbon glass.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Oh, Nathan Fillion / Ralph Fiennes died.
No. I love how
God.
Michael still has time for arts and crafts
And
everywhere he goes.
Yeah, he arts and crafts. He put the
He does
flashlight
love
to the
that
head.
shit. He put Judith Myers' tombstone on that bed in the first one and spread PJ Souls out.
Oh, your husband's dying. No big deal. That guy reminds me of the actor in that Nobody movie. The
What,
funny,
the main guy? Bob Odenkirk?
yeah, he kind of gives me Bob Odenkirk vibes.
He gives me Bob Odenkirk vibes. I can see that.
I still haven't seen Nobody yet. I need to
It's
check
good.
it out.
It
You gotta
is
watch
good.
it.
I
It's
saw
good.
it.
Except the end's
was-
a little cheesy, but the most of it's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's no Extraction, I'm
I
sure.
agree with that
And
statement.
I'm waiting.
No,
on
Extraction is
too.
amazing. It's a whole different movie than Extraction.
Well, it's an action movie.
It's just it's sort of cool but cheesy.
Go!
They put like a shotgun in the hands of 80-some-year-old Christopher Lloyd, right? Isn't it Christopher
Well, they
Lloyd?
put the shotgun in the hands of 90-something-year-old Jamie Lee Curtis. So
Oh yeah, that's in
Nobody.
in Nobody. What's the Mads Mikkelsen one? What's that one?
I
called
do
again?
like how when
Oh,
the podcasters showed up, there was like a 12-foot chain link fence with barbed wire and an intercom system and an electric gate. So far, all that has vanished, and her house is just there.
This is where she sees him walking up, right? She needs to just step out and fucking blow him away with the gun.
Yeah.
Step out and blow him. Maybe that'll kill him.
and he has the strength
Oh,
to
shit.
crush a human skull, but she's okay. Like she would just be dead. It's over right here. She's done.
Yeah, he should have crushed
he
her
just
jaw
crushed
right
the
now.
head. He could crush her skull with his
I mean,
hands.
he kicked like the whole back seat of a cop car out.
What's the Scotty? I still think about Scotty said, Rob, what's the fucking Mads Mikkelsen movie that's badass as shit?
Oh my
Come
god.
on.
Oh, the it's like the
Oh!
Black Anaconda
Oh!
or something. What is it?
He got her
Adder.
hand.
The Black Adder.
Yeah, I can't remember that. I'm gonna look it up right
It's
now.
the Black Adder, I think.
No, it's not. It's I'm gonna look it up.
It's
It's like
so
one
good.
word. It's like one word.
It's
Polar.
so good.
Polar.
Polar.
Polar. Yes.
Polar. Yeah,
Oh,
there it
it's
is.
so good.
So fucking good. It's
Yeah,
so
that's,
good.
That's great. It's a
Mads
good movie.
Mikkelsen is so good. That hallway scene.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
dude, that where he's
Polar is
kicking,
just.
oh,
If you guys haven't seen
like
Polar
20
yet,
guys.
you just have
Just
to watch
go
it.
to YouTube and type in
Polar
Polar
hallway
Hall-
scene.
scene and just watch it. It doesn't give the whole movie away, and it sells you on the whole movie.
It's
The whole
great.
movie.
James
So-
Hart wants to know what the next movie we're going to party watch is. And of course, the answer is Constantine.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what we were gonna do.
Or-
That was
or-
gonna be
or
Rob Zombie's
Deadstream.
Halloween too.
We might have to do Deadstream or VHS 99. We might take it new school this time.
Ooh,
around.
I like that.
Oh, I
idea.
would like to do Deadstream for sure. I think
We
that
should do
movie is-
Deadstream. It was
awesome.
so fucking good. It took a little bit to get going, but it was really good.
So
Yeah, but
maybe I
once it does, those Evil Dead 2 vibes are just so good.
Rob coined it Evil Dead 2 in found footage form. I don't think it was quite that. I think we could do our own movie and lean into it way more, but it was really
Ooh,
good.
he's missing his
Yeah.
fingers.
So I love this music.
So does his fingers just grow back then? Because that's
No, they're missing in kills and ends.
They
Oh,
are
really?
missing? Okay.
They're gone. Yeah.
and he has
There you
no
go.
pain.
Tell
he's
him
not,
where you're at.
He's not
That's how
wincing
you
at
do it.
all.
She missed the opportunity when he was slowly walking toward the front door to just bum rush him.
But she's in hiding now. Like,
Like-
he's not going
like-
to figure out that there's bullet holes coming from the floor.
Shot his hand, open up the door, and keep shooting him. So if we do Deadstream, maybe I shouldn't watch it before. No, I probably should.
No, I want to watch it before because I don't.
Yeah.
Want yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
because I'm
think
still
that?
not
Do you
even.
think that
I'll be
maybe
like, guys,
all,
stop talking. I want to
Yeah.
watch the movie.
all of this? Do you think like all of this is just in Laurie's head, like a dementia dream, like the
Maybe
It could
Notebook?
be. It could be that.
Did
like the
Patrick
Notebook.
Bateman do it or didn't he?
He didn't do it.
Is
He
Michael
didn't
Myers
do it.
my
It's very
husband?
obvious that he didn't
It's
do
not
it.
obvious. It's not obvious at all.
It's completely obvious, and I'm glad that he didn't because I hope he goes on to live a somewhat normal life.
Well, he has. He was the next Batman. Let's get back to this movie
Yeah.
before we
Yeah.
start arguing about Batman.
Batman,
So-
they're good Batmans, but Hostiles is better. Like if we're gonna like weigh in like Christian Bale movies, Hostiles fantastic.
Hostels
Oh,
had
Hostels is
some
a
very
great
solid
movie.
acting in it.
I
Very
love
solid.
it.
acting.
Hostels.
Well, because you got him and Ben Foster just need to do everything together.
310
and-
Yuma.
Oh, they're so good.
Mm.
oh,
Yeah,
All right, here we
good
are.
movie.
Closet. Who's in the closet
Closet
besides
scene.
Rob?
yes.
Come out of the closet.
Oh, remember when Laurie was in the closet in '78? I get it now. Fucking douchebags.
Why were there clothes in the closet in Deadstream? That's what I want to know. All right, let's back to the movie.
Yeah. It would have been better if Michael came out with a clothes hanger and took her eye.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Or her dusty uterus.
just push and
Ooh, look,
twist.
it's
That was the Evil Dead
Evil
clock.
Dead clock. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
It's just
Evil
sounds
Dead
like-
clock. Right there. Looks like she has no use for this room.
I watched Evil Dead 2013 this afternoon.
That's as if to say what's happening in this movie is worse than Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Why not
No.
just drop all those down beforehand during your prep?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, she's trying to trap him.
Pop quiz, hotshot. Would you rather be stuck in Evil Dead or in Halloween?
Well, Halloween, because you would just get in a car and you would drive to the city limits and leave.
So Michael Myers is sort of like the It Follows monster. It's like always.
Oh, don't get me
following
started
you.
on that awful movie.
Dude,
No,
it was
well,
a good movie.
but
It's
Michael
not a good
Myers-
movie. The stupid clamshell reader. Are you kidding me?
I don't give a shit about the clamshell.
Oh,
reader. I give a shit
yeah.
about the idea that something is always after you, no matter how far away you go.
Well, that's kind of how Michael Myers is. He always finds you.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would
don't
still rather
know-
be in Halloween than Evil Dead because
Yeah,
there's
I
no
mean-
fighting deadites. There's
Yeah.
just
That's yeah.
There's no paranormal possession.
There is
shit
fighting
going
them,
on.
but you just disable the body, and then you yourself may be the next to be possessed.
Okay. Here
right,
it is.
exactly.
Do you know that you're in Evil Dead? Like, can you come prepared? Like this Saturday, you got to go to Evil Dead Land.
No, you're just like Ash. You just show up at a cabin and you're fucked.
No,
Yeah.
so yeah, Halloween.
Halloween,
Because it's
for
like
sure.
as soon as somebody's like, "Hey, man, there's this mass murderer going around, just yeeting people all over." I'm like, okay, it's time for us to go.
Yep.
I think
get in the car.
I think the kids don't say yeet anymore, Rob.
They don't say yeet anymore.
I say it all
No.
the time.
Connor,
Rob, on God, no cap. They don't say yeet.
no
anymore.
cap, bro. On God. Do,
Hold
do
on, I
kids-
got a
do-
new one
do-
for you guys. I heard
do-
the other
do
day. Let
kids
me-
say
I wrote it
yeet
down.
anymore.
You wrote it down,
I wrote
don't
it
say yeet
down. It's a
anymore?
good one.
James.
Okay,
what's-
on God, no cap.
James, if you have
Connor just said
Shudder,
it.
Okay, yeah. Connor
That-
said on God. They
That-
don't say yeet anymore.
that-
Rob's 16-year-old son just said no.
Carmelo, don't say you wrote down Bet because that's like so last year.
Yeah, Bet's been around for a long time.
What?
Even Captain Brophy
Bet-
knows about
Is
Bet.
it later than On God or is it?
No, On God is the newest one I've heard of.
James Hart, Deadstream is a found footage movie.
Reagan said in middle. Reagan said
Found
in middle
footage
school
movie
they
on
still
Shudder.
say yeet.
It's on Shutter.
On
if you
Shudder,
wanna see
yeah.
it.
So I've been playing a lot of Halo recently, and there's like a weapon that like pushes people back, and if you use it next to a cliff, you can throw them off the cliff and kill them. So I say yeet all the time. I just yeet people off the cliff. It's pretty great.
I've never said
alright.
eat.
So kids will only say yeet if it's a
Ever.
cultural reference to something older.
Rob, Yeet's
Okay.
not on Yeet's not on Fleek anymore.
No, well, it is. Well,
it
and
lit?
So in Fleek, Captain Brophy said you can still use Fleek.
Oh God.
Captain Brophy tried to kill me with gnats.
How are your legs doing, by the way?
They're not itchy, but there are still scars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it could last up to 3 weeks.
It's
Yeah, we
terrible.
all
Yeah,
went on a fishing
how was
trip.
that?
I look like I have
In
like
Bradenton.
herpes all over my leg.
Oh
Those
yeah,
movies
Rob
all
took
in
us
nobody
Tampa.
fishing.
We were in
cares.
Tampa fishing.
Rob took us fishing and the bugs tried to murder Carmelo and I.
Me and
Me and-
Scotty were
yeah.
fine.
Rob and I were good. I didn't
How?
get a
How?
bite.
I
got
had
bit,
one. I
but-
got one bite on the inside of my ankle that was a little. It was a little annoying.
I wonder
What's
if
up
I
with these
could show
mannequins?
everybody.
Why
on
does she have
camera. I don't think I
mannequins?
can bend my leg that far.
I might be able to show. I still got a lot. I had a
Well,
lot.
you use
man.
that. You use
Oh,
that
they're shooting
juice or whatever that
practice
Savannah
mannequins.
got you. That
Look at
that,
this.
that stuff.
Look at
I
what they
can't. We
did to
can't.
me.
I don't think I can really see it on the screen.
Well,
Sure.
as you would want a
Put your-
whole.
put
You
your
would want a
penis
whole
down and show
closet
us
full
your
of
ankle.
mannequins.
So these are target practice.
Why does she
mannequins,
have
right?
mannequins? Oh, target practice.
Target.
Yeah, but
That's
like
right.
inside.
She stores them
Yeah.
there because she takes them outside.
These
and-
are the ones with.
And so again, she would be dead. How is this geriatric?
These are the Jeffrey Dahmer sex mannequins.
I mean, he's also 61, so
Yeah, but
There's
he just
no way-
crushed people. He just
Oh,
crushes
shit.
them.
oh shit!
He's looking at her like, God, you're old.
And he's
Jeez,
old
man,
too.
this is a fight.
This would have been funny. Someone should do an SNL skit of them fighting like old person style.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, like with walkers with the tennis
Yeah.
balls on the end of them.
James Hart says he could teach us funny Scottish words. I'm down.
I mean,
Well, let's hear some.
mom.
Wow. I want to sound on fleek with the kids.
Yeah, no, on God, no cap.
on
bro.
God, man, on God, no cap.
We got to go fishing with Captain Brophy again and keep up with the youth.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's like 21 or something.
All right. Of course, she's gone now. Now her body's the one that's
Ooh,
gone.
her body's gone. He's
Ooh.
wondering where.
Yeah,
did she
yeah,
go?
yeah,
reference.
there goes her hip. She's gonna have a full replacement.
She's still spry. Look at her.
I do like how they get rid of her annoying daughter in the sequel for no reason, but they did it. Thank you, Indy, for squeaking. Where are you? What are you doing?
Oh, Rob or Ty texted me that he was finishing some clear case inserts, some artwork for Jason that he was doing. So he's not even working. Ty, come on.
Yeah. What's Danny paying you for?
It's okay.
I haven't paid him yet.
Oh, well, good for you because this is what he's doing with his
I
time.
paid him in a Blu-ray trilogy so far of It's Alive, and
I didn't know there was
1,
a
2,
trilogy
and 3.
to that.
Apparently, there's 3 of them.
James Hart said Tadger.
Todger, Todger, Todger,
Tadger? Is it like a
Todger.
badger?
Tadger.
Tadger. Is that an A?
Tadger.
My eyes are failing.
Oh,
me.
let's all
James-
guess. Let's all guess what it means.
James, do you have a
Tadger.
Scottish accent?
I think
I
a tadger is like a wanker. That's what I think.
I think it's a dingleberry.
I think a Tadger is another word for taint,
Okay.
Ooh,
Scotty, what's
that's
your guess?
good.
I think it means throat.
or I
Okay.
think it's a. I think
He
it's
said,
a,
"Yup,
Yup
to
to
which
what?
one?"
Yup
We're
to
all
what,
right.
James?
I think it's a badger's taint.
Ooh,
That's a
This
little.
is a bad
Scotty, do you
thing.
mean throat the noun or throat the verb?
The noun.
The noun. Okay.
Yes.
Wanker was right.
Okay.
Tadger means wanker.
Carmelo
All right.
Googled it while we weren't looking. It's
No,
not
what
fair.
are you talking? I'm looking right at you.
It's not fair.
Now, to be clear, wanker's like a douchebag, right?
I thought a wanker is one who masturbates, but
That's-
used
well,
in the
it's-
sense
it's
of
either
you're-
or.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
that
I'm
means
wondering.
everybody's a wanker.
Yeah, but like in a way, like you're a little fucker kind of way, you know,
Oh.
Wanka.
like
That's
a
a-
douchebag. Like a
They always say that
All
in
right.
Ted Lasso.
Is this
Oh, it's the
tell-
lightning bolt,
tell
just
me-
like the natural.
is this Halloween or this is Christmas time, right? Is
What
it?
is? Right
She has
now?
a Christmas sweater
In the
on.
movie?
She has a holiday
There's
sweater.
so there's a
Oh,
line
yeah, it must
earlier.
be.
There's a line earlier in the movie where her husband says something like, "We should just put up a Christmas tree on Halloween because like,
Ah,
he
okay.
hates Halloween." So that's why she has a
Because
Christmas sweater.
this is always on Halloween. So I'm like, why is she wearing a? I missed that.
James Hart confirmed a wanker is a douchebag.
Okay. Awesome.
And wait for the weakest part of this movie.
When
This
she
music's
shoots him with
okay.
the
This
22.
music's okay.
Oh no, this whole part right here is just so bad.
The music was good though.
The
Yeah,
music's fantastic because John
the music's
Carpenter and
great
his
in
son
this.
did the
The
music.
music is great.
Did
in
they?
this.
I can't.
That part
do
was a little
it.
different, but it's still great.
Oh.
What? There's no one there yet.
He's not even there.
Now
There he
you
is.
can.
Yeah, she was bullshitting him.
Oh shit.
Gotcha.
There it is. There's the worst
Oh,
part.
get him. Get him. Oh, of course she doesn't. So bullets do nothing to him.
Frying pans don't work.
Oh,
Fire
sits
does
up.
nothing to him.
The sit up.
He must have a strong core.
Oh yeah. No hands.
All the strength comes from the core. You know, it's that foundation. You got to.
How did she get caught? She was
I
like
bet
out.
I bet he'd whoop with you, Rob.
All right, Ellison. You got it.
I got playback on the
Oh.
movie so loud in my ears I can barely hear myself and you guys. Ooh.
This doesn't make a difference with headphones though.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right.
My plan all along was to burn my own house to the ground so I can't actually see you die.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Gotcha.
should have just left him and called the cops then. I know Lori wants to kill him, but this was
Well, kill him in a way that you see him die, you know?
right.
How dumb. Like now just load him with a she should have a automatic
her
fucking
defense, this should have
machine
killed
gun.
him.
What's that?
In her defense, this should have killed him.
Yeah, it
yeah.
should have.
Well, technically, who laced the floor with natural gas doesn't work that way, too. It wouldn't have ignited until it became the perfect mixture of 24 parts gas to 1 part air, taking a long time to fill the house up, and it would have just exploded. It wouldn't just slowly burn. As a former gas technician.
Ty wants to have seen Halloween Ends yet. Rob, have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what your wife called?
Thankfully, it was free on Peacock, so I didn't have to pay for it.
Rob, is that what your wife calls you after a bowl of chili? The gas technician?
Yes. And a few other things.
Oh, the tray tables.
Oh, the mannequins.
She better have insurance for this.
Oh, not the dollhouse.
I wish when she would have thrown that flare, it would have like bounced on like in like the kitchen. Let me throw that again. And like she had to keep on
Ty,
throwing
I
it.
have not watched Halloween Ends yet.
I haven't either, Ty. Or Kills.
I have, and I loved it.
I need to watch both Kills and Ends.
Yeah, James says she should have called in an airstrike. I'd get on board with that.
Why not just chop his head off?
That's a
Well, you
good
can't.
that's a good
guess.
cigar smoking porch right there.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
Carmelo's got one out front of his house.
I do. You guys got to come back and have a cigar with me.
It was just too freezing and I skipped out last time.
Now me, Carmelo, and Christine smoked down your porch
till like 4 a.m. It was
till like
fucking
4 a.m.
awesome.
That was great.
We smoked in my hot tub, though, Danny.
Yeah, that's true. And I stepped out, took like 3 P's.
Yeah.
There's the knife. Oh,
Great
I do
movie.
like the
Love
music
this
again.
movie.
it's a
Fantastic
good one.
ending.
It is good.
Dedicated to
Dedicated.
Mustafa.
Murdered in
love-
Jordan, a bomb or something?
Ty, I'd love to hear more about the nods to the movies, the timelines they ignored. I miss some of that stuff.
Yeah. A lot of nods to
Yeah,
3,
just
4.
closing thoughts on Halloween, guys. 2018. What do you think?
I mean, I almost want to watch it again without us talking over it because I've only seen it once before this. But not bad. There's some good kills.
I like it. I mean, I agree with Ty kind of. It had a lot of nods to the first one, and of her standing in like the yard, and then of the of the babysitter with the kids. So it has a lot of nostalgia to it, which I like because I like the first one so much, and the ones after. So overall, I thought it was good. I thought it
I love
was a
his
good
music.
movie.
What's going on? What about you, Rob? Closing thoughts?
as a standalone movie by itself, it's like a solid 4 out of 10. It's
Okay,
It's decent. It's okay. It's something you could do to kill your time. What ruins it is they ruined it by intentionally creating a 3-part trilogy. And the second one makes no sense compared to the first one, and the third one makes no sense compared to the last one. And I think it stinks. I think it could have been a lot better. Like Rob Zombie's Halloween's could have been a lot better, but unfortunately Rob Zombie did them, so that just can't be helped.
Yeah.
This one, you didn't have Rob Zombie, so you didn't have to have Sherry Moon Zombie in it, and you intentionally get rid of the thorn and the connection and everything else, but they still just they feed it to you the exact same way that they would, but there's just no reason behind it because he's not attracted to Laurie. He's not supposed to be.
Well,
And so you have to introduce a insane doctor who's doing all this so he could hear Michael say hi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's EH. Thank God that's over.
And then they make you feel bad for him killing Will Patton, but guess what? Will Patton lives. So you don't feel bad about Will Patton. And you know, and it's kind of just one of those things. It's like I said, it's not awful, but
there are some holes. There's some holes, I must say.
I am happy that Jamie Lee Curtis for a third time in a row said she'll never do another one. So we'll see when tax season comes around and she owes money.
there's some nods Ty wants to bring up. The black LeBaron stands in for the black Camaro convertible from part 5, and there was a devil girl at the Halloween party, also part 5.
And he's talking about ends, to be clear. He's talking about Halloween.
Oh, is he really? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they go out of their way to drop a lot of Easter eggs. Kind of what I loved about Evil Dead 2013. There were Easter eggs, but they even they changed.
Did you rewatch that today? Because you were posting. You were
it was awesome. I want to rewatch. So I mean, they changed the Klaatu Barada Nick too. They changed the chant.
Yeah.
They changed the book up. They changed all the characters. They changed the reason why they're there, and they leave the Delta 88. That's really the big Easter egg.
What are your thoughts, Carmelo?
Well, first of all, I just want Emily Hunter to know that I did know that EH was still you, not the best pseudonym ever. She texted me teasing me that she got away with it, but she did not. Second of all, my closing thoughts for this movie is that I liked it. I thought if you're trying to restart a franchise after all these years, you've got to do something that's cool and different, but you also have to do something that respects the original. This movie follows it follows the formula of the requel, the replacement sequel. It hits all the beats of the original. It's got the nods, and yet it does have cool. It's got cool kills. It's got that cool long take. They do some different stuff, but it still feels like Halloween.
Yeah,
more than kills and ends, which I also like, but I like them because they try to do something different. And
my only objection to Council is you act like it was a risk to make a Halloween movie. It was never a risk. It's never a risk to make
but
a
it is a
Star
risk because you piss people
it isn't.
off.
It is never a risk. It's never a
Piss
risk.
Rob off.
You look at all the fans that truly hate Star Wars. I mean, but guess what? They all lined up. They all bought a ticket, and those movies made more money.
But
than
then
any
they
other
started
movie.
doing worse and worse, and
Well,
now they're not doing Star Wars movies.
Halloween. We're talking about a Blumhouse Halloween movie that already had distribution through Peacock. They already had the money lined up.
You make
there
a good
was no
point,
risk
but
in making a Halloween.
They just
movie.
canceled the next Star Wars movie. Like there are consequences to these things because they're expensive to make. Star Wars,
but this is
always going to make $300 million. But this was $10 million.
Ace is looking in.
Yeah, this is not expensive to make. This is not a risk.
There's a Michael Myers behind Scotty.
They can make a Friday the 13th movie today, and people will still they would make $50 million on $10 million.
You're thinking of the creators just as business people. If you're a creative who wants to make something people like, there is a risk. There's a risk that fans will fucking.
Well, I mean, these don't. These are all sub 50% at minimum on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, I think Halloween Kills is 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's not a fan thing. You got a safe director who didn't cost you a lot of money. You got a whole writer's pool that didn't cost you a lot of money. You had a $10 million budget, and you probably got $20 million out of the gate with NBC and Peacock. So you made $10 million. And Jason Blum is all of his. I love Blum. He doesn't lose money. So no, it was
just-
never a
I
risk
just-
making a movie branded
I
Halloween.
just disagree with you. There's always the risk as a creator that you make a shitty movie. Look at Rian Johnson made Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and it was so reviled that they kicked him off the next Star Wars movie.
But how much money did Star Wars: The Next Jedi make?
The Last Jedi made a crap ton of money, but then you know what didn't? Han Solo made like it fucking barely broke even.
Oh, that's
because-
that's just them cranking them out. You haven't had a Halloween movie since Rob Zombie
Since
Part 2,
2010?
which so you had 12 years. So you knew that's just my opinion. Do I think they should intentionally make a bad movie? No. But the idea that these guys spent 5 years writing this, no, I guarantee you this movie was produced, greenlit, written, and shot in less than 18 months.
Maybe.
I-
Maybe.
Oh, there's no doubt about it because
No.
David Gordon Green never made a horror movie before. Never.
I just disagree. I give the filmmakers the credit that they at least wanted to make something fans would like. That they did not go into this saying, "Who gives a fuck? Let's just make."
Well,
the
no.
same movie."
I don't think that they did. I don't think that they did. I think they actually, that's the worst part. I think they thought they were being clever. I was just saying that you could have made a Halloween movie with a completely different storyline as this. No wacky doctor, no Will Patton, especially all the other stuff. No Jamie disconnection, or is she connected or is she isn't. You could have done it and put Halloween on it and just had, and of course they went out of their way to say John Carpenter's attached as a composer only. He had zero insight into
You
it.
could have put Tom Atkins drunk in boat shoes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could have had Tom Atkins drunk, stumbling in the
Is he
background.
still alive?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, the movie's over, so we should probably wrap up this
Yeah, let's
episode.
wrap up. Let's
But
wrap this up.
let's do a Halloween ends or kills or something because this is going places.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is great. This is
feel
why
like
we
we
do
need-
this.
I feel like we
I
need
want
to
to
do.
know.
I feel like we need to do ends because that's what everyone, you guys, including the audience, that wanted to talk about the whole time.
Yeah, that's what the audience want to hear about. So let's just
Yeah,
do,
that's what I thought we were doing. I'm like, I better watch Kills.
do kills next week for all I care. That sounds
Well,
good.
Jason says, when can we expect the next pod? I've been re-listening to all the old episodes lately. Love that you've been back. Thanks, Jason. We appreciate it. Like I said, Heckle Ty is what I was trying to say. He's doing all the research for our. We're trying out this new format where we have Ty do a lot of the research for us. Of course, we do a lot of watching ourselves, but then we have a more structured, like fact sheet that we're going
more
off of.
thorough.
It's a little more chronological, a little more thorough, so that we make sure that we cover everything and it's not just flying out of
Yeah.
left field the whole time.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm excited for you guys to hear that episode. It's alive once we do it because it's sort of a test. We'll see if we like that formatted or not. So
Yeah.
No, I dig
as
it.
soon as that's ready in the next couple weeks, I would think. So maybe in a couple weeks will be the next episode, unless we randomly, like we're saying right now, decide to do another
Do
live stream.
another commentary, watch party, live
And
stream.
3 of the 4 of us want to do Constantine. So
I don't not want to do Constantine. I just
all right, that's 4 out of 4. then.
I
All right.
don't hate
I would
Constantine.
also.
So it's going to be hard for
I
me
think
to
I think
enjoy
Ends
doing a
is a good
podcast
choice.
on it.
I would actually be open to something newer that just came out that a lot of people are talking about. So I think Ends is a good thing. I think you said Deadstream. I think VHS 99. I think some of these newer ones that
Yeah.
just came out would be
Yeah,
cool to
something where you
watch.
talk something about that just came out that's fresh in everyone's head.
There's so much
Yeah.
good stuff that we could do, good or bad, but it's still fun to talk about.
But
that we just
classics
have to
like
do a little more
Constantine
often.
and stuff like, or what we just did now, it's still
James, I
people
appreciate it.
people rewatch those.
James, a fan, first time watching. Thanks. man.
Oh,
appreciate
James, thanks for
Ah, thanks.
it. Yeah.
Thanks, James.
I do
Appreciate it,
like that
brother.
most of the comments in here agree with me.
Yeah.
So
They have to. We know how
There's
sensitive
there was a
Rob
lot of
is.
hate for this movie.
If there's any
Well,
kind
and
of
again,
love.
I don't actually hate this movie. I mean, when you take it in as a whole, of all of the awful Halloween, and there's a lot of them. 4 is, I mean, they're pretty bad.
4 is okay. 4 is a good movie. I like it.
And that's
It's
when
not as good as
that's
this,
when
but it
that's
was
when
good.
Danielle Harris comes in, and all you really want is for her to die quickly.
But you're saying like some aren't as great. As
Some
made.
some
So this
are
stands up
really
pretty good.
bad, and
is that the one where the child actor got upset that we hinted
no, that
that he
was
may
that
have
was
Down
5.
syndrome?
That was 5 when that guy with
Oh
Downs
shit! Yeah.
got all upset with us.
Anyways, Ty,
Yeah,
the
guys.
Thompsons are great. Thompsons are good. They're just plugging away. All right, all right. I feel like we should wrap this up.
We
now.
should.
So,
Yeah, let's wrap it.
We are wrapping up.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
This is fun.
This will be re-released as a podcast episode in the next couple days. It'll be edited down just a little bit. It'll just be trimmed, the front and the back, and you can then watch it again with the movie if you would like. And then we might toy with editing it even further down and doing this is a new series we've talked about, CCH Reacts videos, basically our reaction to
I was trying to react a lot.
2018. And then,
Yeah, Scotty was doing a good job.
so we're trying to
Rob
make
and I
it-
were just fighting the whole time.
thinking of different ways we could repurpose a lot of the content. I think if we cut it down and make it fast paced,
I was so close to
Good night, James.
Yeah.
liking Carmelo when he was down here in Florida. Now it's just all gone.
This close. Yeah, I
gosh.
spent all my goodwill on this.
No,
Yeah.
Rob,
this
can we
is why
watch something
people-
we both hate? What do we both hate? Let's do that movie. We'll bond over that.
Man,
This is why
Exorcist
people listen.
2.
Well, this is why
Exorcist
people
2.
listen because they like the content.
dude, I can't
They
do
like it.
Exorcist 2 again.
They want to hear discussions. You know,
We can't
Yeah.
all disagree on things or
That's a
agree.
agree
really
on
bad
things.
one.
People like
I mean-
listening to this stuff.
I mean,
All right.
honestly, I don't think
We'll
Carmelo
figure it out
likes-
when we're not
I mean,
live.
I think
Yeah.
me and Carmelo could at least team up on Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 and
Yeah, that sounds fun.
All right,
team up
There we
against
go.
Danny,
We'll
who still
figure
thinks
that
it's
out.
a good movie.
See,
we'll
There we
figure it
go.
out. All right,
All right,
guys.
guys.
Well, thanks for joining, and yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Later.
Happy Halloween.